the whole time, bro. Every round, I'm ready to roll blood up. You know what I mean? I'm just like, this
I
shit.
mean, it's late.
It's horrible. It got fun when we started getting a bunch of people in the party. That's always fun. We got like 6 people in a party.
Oh yeah, and you're all just talking that shit, going back and forth. Yeah, so that will keep you engaged.
That'll keep you engaged.
You know?
Yeah, once that happened, it was fun. But before that, I'm just like,
that's what kills me about like. That's why I don't play fantasy, especially like legit fantasy where like you can win some like prize pool money or something. You gotta go do the draft. And like I don't do a lot of franchise shit because I don't like the draft that you guys go through. You know, I'm just like I don't like that shit. I don't like drafting players.
You know who put it the best for me on that though, right? Because first of all, the people that win fantasy aren't the people that know the most about football. It just never goes that way.
Oh yeah,
right?
no.
And then second of all, Tyler's dad put it perfect to us one day. When I remember I think it was our first live draft, and the one boy Ray was there. And everybody's like, Ray, join in. It's only $50, bro. He's like, it's $50, right?
Right.
And then Ray's like, I really ain't trying to do it, man. You know, know it like that. And I remember Tyler's dad was like, he said, look, it's, there's 20 weeks of football, basically. There's 20 weeks of football, and it's $50. So really, you're paying $2 a week just to be a part of something with your friends. That's really the way that I look at it.
Yeah, you're playing with the friend. But I mean, yeah, I feel you on that. But I mean, like, it's cool running with your boys. But I mean, like, it's like, would you like if all your like, let's say you're not a rave dude. If all your boys are going to a rave, you probably wouldn't want to spend money to go to a rave. It's like I feel like
I don't think that's anything similar because this one has a big reward at the end of the tunnel.
And then like yeah, playing with you, but then like I'm losing. I'm just like, man, I spent $50. I'm losing. Like, man, like what the fuck?
$50 last year.
It's like I'm losing this shit, bro. Everyone's talking shit on me because like my team's like 7 and I have 7 losses.
That's the funniest part.
Damn. And it's like, yeah, I feel it up. I mean,
that's the
like,
funniest part.
It's like I'll get that with you somewhere else. I gotta do a draft. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man.
For me, it's all about the money, bro. So I think, would you buy a scratch-off ticket? Okay, well, that was a more stupid decision than entering this. Because all you gotta do is beat 10 people.
Oh, yeah.
You can let the computer do everything.
You can say that, but I don't buy scratch-off.
You know what I'm saying, though? Like, you can put it on a computer, auto-generate everything. And you still got a chance of coming in first.
That's what I'm saying. All you got, like in fantasy, all you gotta do is pick your lineup.
Yeah, that's it.
Scores computer generated
lineup out there. It takes it from
there.
And
you win or you lose.
You can just play the best lineup every week, and you'll probably have a good record.
Yeah,
like that's what I'm saying. And at the end of the day, you got $700 you can win.
Yeah,
that's what I like.
At
the end, you're just like, win, lose, whatever. I got $700. I put $50 in. I had a chance to win $700.
No,
I take it.
Yeah, no,
I love those kind of odds. I'm used to putting 50 up and you can win 50. I like the odds of I put 50 up and I have a chance. It's like, it's kind of luck, but at the same time, it's there's a level of skill to it. I'm just like, it's me versus you. I think I could beat you in that for $700.
I think I make a little something off you real quick.
But fantasy is nothing easy, that's for sure, man.
Right, let me see if I can go ahead and set that out real quick.
I like it. I didn't know if you had enough. I don't got enough.
No, I have no idea. I'm gonna kind of invert the camera. Yeah. See. Yeah, there it is for invert camera.
I was about to say, I know you could on.
What's up, everybody? Going live on Facebook. There we go.
Live on Facebook. I like it.
A little something.
Yeah, I mean, we definitely
a little something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I see. I guess we'd have to figure out how you get a wide angle.
Well, on the lens right there. I mean, when it's on, we got on like a phone or something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you get a little something there. Yeah. I cover my real camera. There you go. See. Okay, I see.
You see what I mean? I'm trying to get you. Like, I got skin on the game.
Well, because the camera's all the way at the top part, or it's top part here, so it's more on your angle. So we move it this way. I don't know. I don't think we should worry about being too much.
I'm gonna go. I'm too deep in
the Facebook Live. You're way deep in it. Right
I'm too deep in it, Steve.
See, now you're out of it. Here you go.
I'm trying to figure it out here.
It's tough. There you go.
What's up?
It's tough.
What's up?
We're working.
That's not it.
Yeah, you hear. There we go.
I'll tell you what. Thank you, everybody that has loyally watched the shit show. Even if you don't check us out every episode, you check us out every once in a while. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate the likes, the shares that we get. Shout out to everybody that does that. We really do appreciate it, man.
It's nice.
Look, exactly. Yeah, it is nice. It's very. It feels good. I'm just glad people watch, tune in, enjoy the shit that we have to say, the content we put out. You know, we were just getting fired about it before we came over. Just like, we're just looking to make big things out of the show. We're looking to make big things happen behind the scenes. That's not sound corny.
That's behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes. Behind the scenes right
You
there.
know what I was thinking about? I was like, what people want to hear is just crazy shit. I was like, well, that's why people are doing crazy shit nowadays. When people are like, why would he do that? Why would he trek all the way across Alaska by himself? It's because now he's famous. Now he's famous. That's all you had to do. Just do some crazy shit. I was like, maybe me and
do it for the fucking story.
Me and you just go out with a tent and a Bowie knife. In the middle of like bear country.
Man, just go ahead. Can we survive?
Can we survive?
We'll do like Survivor, man. How you used to do, where you just set the camera and then you like do your shot, like walk through the forest just by yourself.
How cool would it be to just like you get down by a river and you go live on a podcast? Like an RV. You just pull it outside, you set it up, and you're right there on the river.
That'd be dope. Try to catch some fish. Like, all right, I'm gonna use this paracord that I got with woven net. But I catch the fish with this fucking net, It's like,
no idea what we're doing.
And me and Steve are actually both fucking starving right now. Like we're
legit starving. We brought no food. We need this. Like, even if I do kill it, I don't know how to skin it.
Yeah, exactly.
There's another problem. That's the problem when everybody's just like, I'll get me a salmon. It's like, you know what you gotta do to a salmon to eat it, dude? It's a lot
exactly,
of
bro.
It ain't easy. It ain't just I get a salmon I eat.
Hell no, bro. You don't know shit about cooking a fucking salmon. You
gotta
know?
get them little ass pin needles out of that bitch, bro. Shit take forever.
Bro, if I'm hungry, bro, I'm gonna just eat around them, bro. I'll spit them out, bro.
You're die, bro.
I'll do small chunks. I'll be trying to eat around them. You're hungry, bro. It's simple as that, You remember when Bear Grylls got the fish out the lake and he's like bit ready into it? I'll do some shit like that. I'm hungry enough. I'm just like, if I'm in some like fresh Alaskan waters, I'm just like, fuck this fucking Alaskan salmon up real quick.
I feel like I could be starving, bro. And I'm still gonna be picky.
I'm
still gonna be like, no, this
crack
open fire with some sea salt.
Where the fuck do you want to get sea salt?
Go up there. I want you to grab them 2 rocks. They look like they got minerals. Bang those together. We're gonna scrape that over top for a little bit of seasoning. We need every mineral we can get, Steve. Take a look at this rock right now. Lick this rock.
You start eating some of you need fucking iron, bro. You need vitamins. You need the minerals. That's right, bro. When people don't understand where the minerals come from. Motherfucking big ass rocks.
A lot.
Rocks.
Listen, I always think about minerals. I always say it. Like, I always think about how dumb I am.
Yeah.
And how much smarter I am than most of the people I know. Like, I'm not even trying to be a dick like that, bro. But I swear, all around intelligence, I'm like, bro, it's not even close. It's not even close to me.
Right.
So that's why I'm always so impressed by. I don't even try to find all around intelligence no more. I specifically just look for special intelligence to learn from. I'm just like, wow, man, you're really good at Madden.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna learn from it.
I'm
gonna learn from you. I learn Madden. It's like, or like anything like that. It's like, wow, man, you're a great cook.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn cooking from you. That's and now I find the joy in people.
Yeah.
Now I don't care if you don't know how to merge on the 695.
That was the one thing that I remember Nebby's dad always saying some shit. He'd be like no, I remember Nebby would always say they're stupid around, and his dad was like, I hate that. It's like no one's stupid. They're smarter about something else. It's like
bro,
they just don't know that or some shit. He had a better way of saying it. It was ancient mark and ancestry passing down the ancient Arabic literature, and shit. But man,
anybody knows that that's a word I've always hated. That's a word I've always avoided.
Yeah.
I always didn't like it. I feel bad for people when people use it, and you see how freely some people use it. It's funny because over time, my natural reaction just came when people say "Are you stupid?" or "Listen," when people are frustrated, like "Listen, idiot," or "Listen, dumbass."
Yeah.
It's you're frustrated. I was like, do you really want to speak intelligence, bro? When you're when you're confident that you're not a stupid person, you're just like, you really want to try and insult my intelligence? You think that's a good way to go about it? It's the worst way to get at me right now. I ain't saying I'm no rocket scientist, but I guarantee you I can fry you logically, societal, citizen, city style, any way I want to. I got a lot of ways. Unless you're fit to come out here and smoke me with some theorems, You know, I'm well rounded. You know, you're gonna have trouble, bro. So I'm always just like, do you really want to go intelligence? Or like, that's the route you want to go with me right now? Like, you're better off just saying you can kick my ass.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
at that point, it's like, all right, you
Yeah.
know, hey, I can't argue if you would kick my ass until we fight. You know, I'm
Right.
not a
Yeah.
trained professional fighter. But like when I
Yeah.
know your intelligence level and then you call me an idiot, I was just like, you. Like you really you just throw that word around. You just throw that word around on anyone. Like call me a bitch or something, you know? You think a stupid? Like stupid's the one, bro. If you think I'm a
Yeah.
bitch, it's like,
Yeah.
okay, you think I'm scared or you think I'm soft or something like that. Hey, your
Idiot
opinion.
would be like,
It's like when people call me
about
a
next level,
dumbass,
bro.
like they'll be like dumbass. Like I know so many people that get frustrated with that. And they're like dumbass and shit. And I'll just be like, you really think, you think Michael Knowles a dumbass? You really
Yeah.
think I'm a dumbass? Like, well, I don't understand how people I understand like why people use the word.
Yeah.
But for me, it was so easily scooted out because I never want to call someone a dumbass and then be smarter than me.
Yeah.
Because I also live in that fear, right? Because I also, I'm a smart person that
Yeah.
understands that people are smarter than me.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know,
Exactly.
like-
You're consciously aware of that.
It's like this.
You know?
When you're calling people stupid, right? It's the same thing of like Rodney saying he can knock Brock Lesnar out. You're doing the same thing right there.
Yeah.
You're someone who has no proof that they can fight.
That's
right. And you think you can beat people that are is proof. I mean, that have proof they can fight.
That's the worst thing about Facebook. Like you see people.
I want that video cut.
Bro, there you go. Cut. Say it. Upload it.
Cain Velasquez did it.
But like, I mean, that's the thing. Like people want that, people crave that, and people want to be that person because not many people sit there and accept that. They're like, oh, I'm not the top mind in this room. People have trouble accepting that because I think ultimately, like it's just a natural way for you to think. You know what I'm saying? Like you think of yourself in that way because you need to be confident in yourself to a certain extent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And even most people who don't have confidence are able to show it, even still believe that they're confidently one of the smarter minds in the room. So that when you see shit like that, when you see it ultimately, like when people do it on Facebook, like with this whole ranch shit that came out, the whole Iran stuff, whatever you want to call it. I mean, you see everyone posting their, memes or whatever they say, where people were sharing the picture of the article about them finding oil a month ago, and then they'll post a long ass caption. So y'all don't know shit about this. Y'all don't know the moves underneath, because people believe themselves to be the top mind in the room. It's just how most people view themselves. It's how most people naturally view themselves, bro. You can find the most unconfident person in the world, and to themselves, they'll still believe they're confidently one of the biggest minds in the room, bro.
It's very funny how that
inflated.
Works. Not trying to keep correlated, but like with Rodney, like that's Rodney with the Brock Lesnar thing. The same thing happened in Madden. Where like one of the top guys in our league is sitting there telling him like, "I'll blow you out," and he's like telling this guy how he'll blow him out.
Yeah.
And like we're in the chat and we're just constantly telling him like, "Bro, you won't blow him out, bro."
Right.
You know what I mean? It's gonna be bad for you. And like he has no proof that he can beat top guys. He has not won a single user game, but to him, he still really believes it. They end up playing at 73-3. You know what I mean? It's 73-3. I'm just like, I'm sitting there and I'm just picking them apart in a private chat. I'm picking them apart like, Rod, this, that. Everybody's like, oh, just leave him alone. Leave him alone. I'm like, leave him alone. I'm like, that's my cousin. I'm like, I want him to get better, bro.
Yeah.
I'm like, people could say they don't care, but if you're playing a game, you want to be good at it. Like you never go in a game like you're okay with being bad. You always want to try and be good.
Yeah, exactly.
And like I'm telling them, like if there's 20 flaws I see, like there's 20 problems. Guess how many I'm gonna tell you, Rod? I'm telling you 20 problems. I'm not gonna sit here and hold shit back. And like they're all sitting here attacking me, like, oh, let them live. And I'm like, I just wrote on there. I said, yeah, I wish I had a me. That's what I said. I just left it at that, bro. I wish I had a me, bro. I wish I had someone who picked me apart like that, bro.
Right.
Because I know how quick I learn from shit like that. And I will literally learn 10 times faster.
That's exactly, man. And that's the thing, like, we people, you simply rely on that because until you're told you're doing it the wrong way, you believe it's the right way. You believe you're doing something right, but that there's other factors at play for your downfall, your ultimate downfall.
Happens all the time.
And you know what I mean? Like, and that's the thing about it. Like I learned the best by seeing it being done. You know what I mean? Like you can sit there and tell me how it's done, but I mean, like, really if I observe how it's done, like I'll learn about it. Like you you need, like I said, like, like he may think he's doing the correct things. He thinks he's doing a good thing by
He
drafting someone
legit
like this
did.
or
He
doing this
legit did.
exactly, and thought he was doing everything right. He even thought, maybe he even thought he was the best on the sticks. But I
But
mean, again, you need to bring him down to the level and just be
and
like, bro.
and I had to bring him down one level after that because once they get to that point, Reddy goes like, "Okay, I didn't beat him." And he accepts that, like I didn't beat him, but now he has excuses. Like there's reasons why it happened. He threw 8 picks. He had a reason for each one.
I
It's
didn't mean
like
geek. I'm sorry.
bro, it doesn't work like
Don't know
that.
how Ronnie is.
I,
I
I
get me,
just
bro.
I just kept telling him like stop making excuses. Like I'm not even trying to like pack him. Like I'm telling him as my cousin. I'm like, listen, bro, stop making excuses. It's you. It's not the players. It's you. You're a bad user. You're a bad user player, bro. And that's all it is to it. You have to play more games. I'm like, dog, these guys have played 1,000 Madden games the last 3 years.
Yeah,
You've played 30.
This ain't their first fucking
No.
Madden League, bro.
And it's completely different when you're playing users. Like, even when me and Rodney usually did play, we were playing, like, computer franchise and shit. It's different when you're playing users. They do different things. I was trying to talk to you about that.
Oh, yeah,
You got to get
100%.
used to that. I'm like,
100%.
Rod, you haven't played enough games to be talking shit like this.
Yeah.
I talk my shit in the private message. In the group chat, I don't say nothing. Nobody served me up yet.
Yeah.
But I'm just not going to be that guy because I know someone's better than me in that group.
Yeah, exactly, man. Same here. I mean, even if I am like, one of the better people, like, I mean, I'm still, I want to just talk that shit.
I just like doing my friends. Like I like doing I'll still talk. Like Tyler's better than mad at me. I'll still talk shit to him.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I got a chance to beat him. I really do believe I got a chance, and I'll just talk shit if he's talking shit to me.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like I know he's a better player. Dude's played way more games than me. You have to accept that.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. Like when people keep doing the same things wrong over and over, I don't get that. Like, I kept trying to explain it to everyone. I'm like, listen, guys, we're all gonna be worse players than these guys. You're not going to beat them play for play, player for player. It's not going to happen. Like you have to outsmart these guys. It really does come into your mind. Like you have to find a different way to beat these guys. They're better than you on the sticks. You have to do different things. You have to outsmart, outcoach guys.
Yeah.
It's just in one ear out.
And there's a thing a lot of people like, don't consider. When these sports games come out every year, just like, other competitive games, there's what most people would call a meta, There's a certain thing in particular when it comes to competitiveness that works, and it works good.
Yep.
And that no matter what you do, what I'm saying? Like you could have whatever defense to counteract whatever lineup he has. But at the end of the day, if that particular thing works good just because of this particular version of, Madden, FIFA, it's it's the thing that you need to learn at how like the game works, like in Overwatch, like there's a meta, there's certain characters you pick that are good. You go to another patch, then there's another set of characters that either tend to be better or they got worse, or there's a new set of top 5 characters. It's always switching up with every year in Madden. It switches up. What I'm saying? Like there's always going to be that meta. You need to be aware of that. Just like you said, you got to spread your linebackers. Like that would be considered like a meta thing. Like that's what's in use.
Right, because when you're playing the computer, there's nothing to pick up on, right? That's what I'm trying to explain. Like I was trying to Curtis. I was trying to explain something. I'm like, listen, people have tendencies, bro. That's the first thing I look for when I'm playing. Like, I feel like Madden's maybe better at every other game because I really had to like figure out things to get better at people, and I can now translate it to other games,
Right.
So like in Madden, like I realized like tendencies is huge, bro. People have tendencies. You might be a great player, but you still have tendencies, right? Rather it be you go rhyme, pass, rhyme. Rhyme, pass, rhyme, right? Or you always go to the right. You always roll to the right with your quarterback. Yeah. Or when you run, you only like it left. When you go to the left, you go outside the left tackle. But when you go to the right, you go between the right tackle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like little. You give me a quarter, bro, and I've kind of got it down of like, okay, this is what you're trying to do. Now it's up to me to stop it. Do I always stop it? No, I lose games. But I now know, hey, this is how this guy's going to beat me today.
Yeah. That's how I mean, like, like those, well, I mean, like, it depends what game you play, but I mean, like, especially in sports games, when it comes to playing somebody like that repetitively, that you see, whether it be like, them in your division or, you end up playing them in the season, you're going to see them multiple times. You're going to learn those tendencies. You need to be aware of those, and you need to make sure you're also aware of your tendency as well.
Yep, exactly.
Like, look, I roll right every time I come out of the pocket. Why do I do that? my guy's fucking, left-handed, and he's doing a complete 180 to
That's
go
all right.
right,
Just little things like that.
Yeah.
You know?
You gotta be aware of shit like that.
I had a guy that beat me. There was a team that beat me 2 times in the regular season. First game of the playoffs, got his ass.
Hey.
It was nice to write on there. Third time the charm. I always want to do that, But it was just because I knew his tendencies.
Yeah,
I'm like, this guy's beating me like this.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen again. Like, all right, I'm not gonna let you beat me that way. I like what Bill Belichick said. He's like, you look at your strengths.
Yeah.
You look at their team's weaknesses. How can you utilize your strength?
Yeah.
How can you expose their weakness? And a discussion.
Yeah.
That's a discussion.
And this is where the game plan strategy comes into play, because it's about taking all that together and putting it in with the game meta. What works in game as well. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one thing that like people think because they have a great football mind, they know how football works,
This is true.
that they're good. It can translate to Madden. You need to know how the game works. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, just like I'm not aware of it, but like
the angle.
the thing you said with spreading your linebackers and pressing coverage or some shit,
Right,
where it works
switch it up,
effectively, where it works effectively on certain things. You need to be aware of those.
I'll tell you, man, that's one of the greatest things that I've had about Madden, man, was
Yeah.
the fact of like I've never played a game where like you have time between you go at each other again.
Yeah.
So like the whole time, like when I'm playing another good guy, like I'm swinging my slot over here. I got my running back blocking. I'm pulling my tight end back. He's over here now. Oh, I switched to play to our right. The whole time I'm doing that, the other good user is moving his D line to the left side. He's dropping this guy in zone. This guy's blitzing now. He just switched from a zone 3 to a zone 2. Like we're both like matching each other on chess moves, and I'm trying to figure out where he fucked up.
Until you hit hut.
And
Until you hut that
it's
fucking
crazy,
ball.
I never did anything like
bro.
that. When
That's
you meet
insane.
somebody in
That's
pub, it happens in 1 second. It's like you just do something.
Yeah.
In this game, it's like, hold on, I'm gonna set my ass for you. And he's like, I'll set my ass for you. And now it's like, let's see who got who, bro. You gotta make the play now.
bro. Exactly, man. It's like, I went, I pressed coverage on that one route that I think you're going. I'm covering it. User with my linebacker over the middle. I'm covering that one route. I'm banking on you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all about that. And, like, people get got. You can do all that and still be, throw a touchdown. Be throwing a touchdown or throw a touchdown against that.
Still can happen.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But,
You
you got to give yourself the best opportunity.
You said it great, Steve.
The best chance. You got to get the highest probability.
Yep.
You got to get the highest probability, bro. That's all. What's it all about? One thing I've noticed whenever I played another user in Madden, and I haven't played online, I haven't played against the best users.
You have a recent game.
I've played against people who've played way more than me, and there's been times where I've been in rhythm, where it's like, I'm switching, I'm throwing in that play action, my run game's opening up, I'm using my O-line to guard certain ways, and I'm able to make these holes and hit them, it was a real beautiful drive. I was able to have a nice clean drive down, make a touchdown. You got, once that rhythm's disrupted, bro. Once that's disrupted, I remember after that, I didn't have another good drive after that, and I remember just trying to you end up forcing shit because you become desperate.
It can happen.
You gotta capitalize early.
What I was trying to say is what you said originally, I was trying to. I can't help but teach, bro. When I know something, I can't help but fucking teach it, bro. Right. So I'm sitting there, I take a picture of Kurt's game earlier, and I'm sitting there breaking it down. It's a numbers game.
Yeah.
With in Madden, or in football, period. You're thinking of how many guys did they have blitzing? I don't know if you need this. Yeah. Compared to how many guys do I have blocking? That's simple as that. So, long story short, you might not always switch a play and get, get a touchdown. You might not always switch a play and get 30 yards.
Right.
You might opt out of a pass for a run and lose a yard and make the right play. Because you made the best decision on the field at the time. You did the best decision. Is that going to work all the time? No. Sometimes that backfires too, just like any other play. All you can do is make the best decision at the time.
Right.
Whatever happens with the yardage, the touchdown, whatever, that's all aftermath,
Yeah.
It's I'm just showing them, look, he's got 4 guys right here. You got 5 blockers. That means you got 1+ blocker. Right. So now you got a gap. That's what now we have a gap.
Yeah.
Right. So now we want to hit our gap, little things like that. If it don't go right, don't go right. You did the right thing.
Yep. Yeah, bro. And this is where you got to nerd about your Madden real quick. I got to nerd out about World of Warcraft a little bit, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
Love that.
So this is how I used to play World of Warcraft. There's rated, there's competitive modes, and it's 3v3. Any class composition you want, you pick your teammate. So this is where I picked a lot of this shit up. Like you learn what each class is particularly capable of. And then you learn the things like their big, like heal or their big damage thing. You know what I'm saying? You learn that, and you know when it's on cooldown and when they're not able to use it, or when they might use it. And then there's certain classes that counter your particular class, and you have no way of knowing who you're facing until you enter and start fighting. So like you really only know so much, and then you go against a random three opponents. You know what I'm saying? And all three of their classes, their class composition, what the three classes they pick could counter yours. So
You
I
just
mean,
kind
like
of know what the basis is of what they're supposed to be able to do, right?
exactly, but you only
You
know
never
that
know.
you only know that until you enter and start fighting.
Right.
You know who you're up against.
That makes me think
You
of a
know?
little thing like in Fight Night, where like the best players in Fight Night are the ones that wait to you to get done striking. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
Like the best time to hit you is the time when you got done just throwing your punches because your bar's low.
See, and
your
that-
energy's so low. So now it's just ding, 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 ding.
And that's the
There's a
thing
crucial-
in the highest rated, like, in the higher ratings, everyone's good. So what it's about is pressuring them at the right times to get them to use their shit
Yep.
before you got to use your shit.
Yeah. That's
You
like
know?
the point you get to, right? Where
Yeah.
everybody's good.
Yeah.
Like everyone's good.
Yeah.
So now you have to figure out like
It's who makes less mistakes. At this
you
point.
know that they know.
It's who makes
you
less
know.
mistakes, bro. It's who.
Yep.
It's who makes the better plays. Who
The
makes less
little
mistakes.
things.
Yep.
It's the little
Yep.
things that change the game, bro.
Yep.
I always say that, dog.
Because so the main composition in World of Warcraft in 3v3, you have one healer, two damage people. So I mean, if you both have one healer, you both have two damage people, you're gonna be pretty good at surviving at high rates. You gotta be able to put pressure on and just try and get them to use shit, bro. So I mean, like that's another reason why shit's so addicting. It's like, I mean, in Madden, like you have that time in between, but like in this, it's like a constant. Like we are fighting. The way you're doing those chess moves, I'm doing that with my guy over here, trying to make plays and do shit out here. But in real time, no break.
Right?
Yeah,
same thing. Overwatch, right? One healer.
Yeah. Well, Overwatch, like I said, now in Overwatch there's roll lock, so it's two healer, two damage, two like beefy tank players that can take damage. It's 6v6.
Ah, they went up, huh?
Yep, it's two of each type of character. Yeah,
that's crazy.
No, it's always been 6v6.
Oh, has it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Always been 6v6. Yeah. And that's the same thing as the competitive modes. I mean, like I was using that example with Overwatch earlier, where like if there's a certain meta, a certain way to play the game.
I love the word. I love how you just dropping this word out there. It just sounds like that's the word.
It's the
I've
word,
never heard
bro.
it used.
If you play into a competitive games, I mean, like
he found the meta.
Tyler might know what the meta is. He might know what meta means. I mean, that's just what they use in nerd terms and video game vocabulary. Video game vocabulary.
How's that new Native American game?
Oh, it's cool. This land is my land.
Yeah,
it's cool, bro. It's definitely cool, man. Because like you recruit more people to join your clan. It's all about taking over more land, and you can go. It's a survival game, so it's really hard. So you go, you do certain quests, and it can give you shit to unlock your skills. Like you can like track animals or be better. You could be better, more accurate on the move with a bow, like shit like that. You get your skills up. But like in order to make something, you have to gather it. So it's like real survival. You know what I'm saying? Like
how's
you
your
go
story mode. Sorry.
Well, like I said, you play through a certain like a main quest line, which I mean it's really
it's
hard.
Not really a story mode or what?
I mean, kind of. It's just an open world game, and you can do these.
It's not Red Dead style though.
No. Well, yeah, kind of. You go to certain quest markers
Is there
in the world.
Story like that?
I believe so. There's a main quest line to follow. Yeah.
But you're not in that.
I haven't done too much of it. It's been crafting. It's been crafting, bro. Because like you can with these camps that like when you convince someone to join your your side, you can upgrade their camp to do certain shit and hold more people and stuff. So you can then build up these camps, and then you can send these people. You can send soldiers out to gather shit, or they can focus on making stuff, or you can send them to attack. Bro. But you gotta equip them with weapons, so they gotta make their own weapons, and you gotta set them up to do that.
Sounds like my kind of games, dude.
There's so much shit. There's so much shit in there, bro. Yeah.
You didn't say one thing I didn't like.
And the stealth, I think the stealth is the best thing about it because it's really hard. Like you don't just like come up behind someone, slit their neck, and then move over, slit someone's neck.
And spot them.
It's very hard, like you gotta move slow.
Metal Gear Solid style.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid used to be pretty good for early stages.
Yeah. And I mean, that's another thing. Like you hit someone with a bow, they don't just die. Like
Bleed
it
out.
might take like 3 bows to like really put them down,
I wish people would
but
bleed
like
out.
yeah,
That should be. That would
yeah, I
be
think
it,
they do. I
right?
usually just fill them up with bows
I
though.
know, but wouldn't that be cool? Like that
Oh
should be
yeah,
incorporated in the games. Period. I've always thought that. Even like when we played COD 4 and shit like
yeah,
that.
100%
I
the bleed
always just
out.
thought
Yep.
like you should have one health, and like depending on the damage you take is like how fast you die. Like okay, I took 3 bullets, right, but 2 in the shoulder and 1's down.
Yeah.
So now you can't throw punch no more. Because that's your something like that. Like take it away, right?
Yeah.
And I limp also, and I'm losing this much health. I gotta try and apply a tourniquet. I like a realistic sim like that, man. I always wish I want every shooting game like that. I wish every
Yeah,
shooting game I
it's
ever played
like
was like that.
yeah, it's just I think it's just like it's either more than what game developers want to put into programming and designing because it's easier just to do simpler things where you just flat out die or it's just a simpler programming technique to go in,
Which
you get your
PS2
cash
game?
and you kind of get out
For
what
sure. But remember there was one PS2 game that you would bleed out. What was it? Max Payne?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm not
You ever
sure.
play Max Payne?
No.
With you popped the pills?
No.
Steve, you never played Max Payne?
No, I've never played Max Payne, bro. Yeah.
I'm not trying to be that guy, but like
I've probably
it was
seen
like
it played, but
literally
like
one of
I
the biggest
never,
games ever.
owned like Max Payne, so like I never like ran it myself. Probably seen someone play it though.
I feel
That's
bad
about
for
it.
you.
Yeah, that's about it.
Like, you know what I mean? I feel bad. Like that's how good that game is. I feel bad for you as a gamer that you didn't get to play that, bro. What about LA True Crimes?
Yeah, I played that.
You played
yeah,
that one?
Played all those.
There was one other one that was like that. What was it called? Wasn't Max Payne?
I'm not sure. No, there was a good one. It wasn't into that detail, but SOCOM. Back then, SOCOM, Navy SEALs.
Oh, I love SOCOM Navy SEAls.
That was a fucking bro. That game was realistic as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like
SOCOM Navy SEAls was sick, and it was like one of the first games to let you do an outload. Like you pick your load.
Yeah,
you get to pick your primary, your secondary, your camo.
You moving people, covering.
And it was
shit.
2-player.
Yeah.
It was 2-player story.
Yeah, bro.
Remember what was it? Was it called Operation Desert Storm?
Flashpoint?
Was it? No, I think it was like one of the first Ghost Recons, I think, bro. Was it
like a advanced fighter or something?
Advanced Recon?
Yeah, like Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it was like it was Desert Storm based. Do you remember that?
That might be like the first or second one. I don't know.
There was one where it was Desert Storm based, bro, and it was 2-player.
One y'all never played, and I wish y'all would play it with me. Was on Xbox 360 was Rainbow Six Las Vegas 1 and 2. Like, bro, those were like
I played them when they came backwards compatible.
Yeah,
I went back and
on 360. I would play that on live and go against people all day on that bitch,
hard.
bro. And it was
my nephew still played that. They play that game. The 13.
The game's awesome,
still
bro.
Play.
That game's awesome as fuck. I
always loved
Rainbow Six Las Vegas.
Yeah. On Rainbow Six Las Vegas, I think it's 2. They have like the single missions you can do, where it's like 2 people you can do it with, and if you do that shit on the hardest difficulty, bro. I remember me and Foley doing that shit was so hard, bro. Yeah. You would pop up on a random map. You had 20 seconds to kill. I mean, not 20 seconds. You had to get 20 kills in a certain amount of seconds. It would usually be like a minute. Seriously, yo, like you couldn't camp. You know what I mean? And these people would actually kill you. If you're playing a hard difficulty, you die 1 bullet. And you got to go look for them. Like, you know what I mean? Sometimes you could find a spot where like you could kind of trigger the meta, like that.
You go.
Like you would get one person, you would kill them, then somebody would come. You could get like 3 or 4, but everyone wouldn't come. They were smart enough to know to stay in certain areas that you had to go to trigger. So you were like running up. It was so quick. They had perfect accuracy, and it's 1-shot kill. Pretty much with every gun. So like you go up, you trigger it, you're trying to manipulate the meta. You go up, you trigger it, then you try to run back to where your boys hiding and camping, and you try and kill them, but they all don't come. That's always the worst thing. You're like, yes, 6 came. You're happy. Like say you got killed 36 came, you're like, okay. We got a bunch of them. Because for the most part, you had to go like track them down. Usually pretty much you're going to keep getting dropped. Your boy's going to keep getting dropped. It's about can one of you stay up to heal the other one.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It was
been there before, bro.
But I love a game like that. I love a game that's that hard. And that wasn't even the story. Like that was a side mission thing they did.
Yeah.
You could choose what difficulty you want. If it's the hardest difficulty, bro, make it super hard.
Yep.
I hate when I play the hardest difficulty and it sucks. And you're like, it's like weak. Like Grand Theft Auto. Grand Theft Auto is so disappointing to me because the missions are fucking the dumbest ever. It's so easy, bro. You can do whatever you want in a Grand Theft Auto mission. I swear to God. Like, say you're gonna do something, you activate it, you can literally go like drive for fucking 20 minutes. There's not even a time limit half the time. Like, then you just show up, you go there, there's like 20 people, you got fucking grenade launchers, you just toss like 4 or 5 grenades, shoot a bunch of people, you don't even take much damage. You got all this fucking armor and shit like that. It's like, it's not even fun. Like, when I play Grand Theft Auto, I literally just run up, like, bam, bam. But you know what I mean? It's like a joke. Like, what did we play? Remember when we played Get Out?
Yeah.
Remember that? It was like
yeah,
a joke, bro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just,
yeah.
like, got to the point where it's like, I don't even want to talk. I can't even have fun talking to you about strategy no more.
Yeah,
Because you know that you can just run in there with a pump and kill everybody by yourself. But I'm still trying to pretend that you can. And I'm like, all right, see, I think we should be quiet on this one. You're just like, it's like, I did it. It didn't matter if I came or not. It was like one shot kill. They did no damage. They would never hit you. Like, I hate games like that.
That's how Ghost Recon kind of like Wildlands kind of like got to that point. When we like were able, when we like started playing it more and more, I was like, all right, we're just kind of like, don't silence.
But wouldn't you say that was kind of us more just understanding the meta? The meta, sorry, yeah.
The meta.
You know?
I mean, possibly because
it was but it was after we did a couple missions that we really got to that point. At first, we were having a hard time. We were developing strategies and shit. Remember? We're like, all right, you're gonna come through on the car right down the middle. That's gonna activate them.
That's what I'm saying. Like we figured it out. Like it's not like you shouldn't just be able to take out a whole camp one by one with silent sniper rifles when you're only like 100 meters away or however close we were. You know? Like we were pretty fucking close. That's all I'm saying. And that's what we were able to eventually do. So games like that, it's just hard to replicate that into the games. It's hard to get that. It's hard to get the ultimate realism into a game without sacrificing its playability. Like the game This Land's My Land, and even Fallout. You have options to go like hardcore modes. Like it's generally a mode you can set afterwards, where like it makes you hungry. You gotta do certain shit to heal damaged limbs. You can only heal up a certain amount. Shit's harder to find. Stuff like that. You can carry less. Like there's a hardcore mode people. So like there's a market for it, but I mean like as long as the market is like bigger than that market, they're gonna just keep going to that simple Call of Duty shit. Where like we're just gonna focus on the gunplay. That's all we're gonna focus on, So I mean, I don't know, man. It's just not like I think virtual reality will take it there.
But like,
I think virtual reality will help take it there.
But just regardless, like let's just talk Wildlands. Wildlands just totally failed though, bro, because that's literally what they said they were. They literally said they were like, that's what they promote on. That's why we bought that game, is because it said 4-player online story mode, and people were like, yeah, there's levels. Remember, there's levels 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every level was easy. 5 was easy. Every level was easy. Nothing ever got harder. They sold it like it was going to get to this point where it was like so hard, which would have been cool if like you learned how to do it in level 1.
Yeah.
But it was also the same shit every level. It's like, oh, you got to deactivate this radio. Then people are going to come for 2 minutes. You kill them and that's it. The fucking weak as shit. It's like eventually, and we were doing that. And okay, level 5 now you got to do it for 4 minutes. But we got better guns and we're way better at the game. So it was like so fucking stupid.
Yeah, and that's the thing where like they needed to improve upon. Where like, okay, you have the world, you have the open world. That was a great map.
That was a great map.
Different regions, all over the fucking place. Exactly.
We flew helicopters.
Cool guns.
We could fly helicopters.
The guns felt good. That. The guns felt good.
Felt pretty good.
The combat, fighting people, especially when you got found, felt cool. You're holding it down, you would die real hard. You know what I'm saying? But like,
though, in that game, we all did drive helicopters together, though.
Yeah.
Remember, we'd have 2 helicopters sometimes.
Yeah.
That shit was awesome, bro.
Yeah, you just skydive in. Exactly, man.
That was cool as shit.
You can attack these missions however you see fit. The problem where they fell was where it was the ultimate repetitiveness of the quest. Where like even when we were trying to upgrade, like remember, like you can use like you could call in like rebels to come help you fight and stuff. To upgrade that, you had to do the same thing over and over again. Like I like to find the guns in the game to like kind of unlock them so you can use them yourself. I like doing that. That was cool, but you need to change the quest system and you need to add a couple more features here and there. And I think you have a really good fucking game.
I think you need to completely change the story. Period. Like not the story, right? The story's fine.
Yeah.
But just like the setup of it, like you cannot have the same mission every time.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. Like you gotta change that quest system that you got going on. Like you gotta either add in some type of like deep learning algorithm, so like you can generate hundreds to 200s of hundreds of different types of missions that could possibly be like, what I'm saying, like as you move into this, what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you move in, it's just like
I know
One
mine.
time you take out the radio tower. Another time you escort the hostage. Another time, it's a silent mission. Don't try and kill anyone. Like,
See how it is
but
long.
it needs to go more and more and more and more, because the problem is the lack of
For
variety.
me, it doesn't have to be 100 of these great ones, though, right? Of individual ones, right? First of all, you can use one twice, maybe, something like that. I'll say that if you're going to have a nice long game. But regardless of that, I just want to say that the story mode itself should be very difficult, right? That you would have like a hard ass mission. Then maybe you would have some side quests that don't gotta necessarily be hard, but they're fun. Because like fun missions, right? Because like say like there were sometimes remember like it was still easy, but we all had fun. We'd all get in the Jeep and we had to like chase this guy that was in the Jeep, shoot his shit up while two people were trying to shoot, like people were trying to shoot at us, stop the vehicle, gag him, put him in the vehicle, drive back while people were chasing us. Like that was like a good concept of like side missions to me and shit of like, all right, remember it would be like kidnap missions? It would just be like a random, or like it would be like a guy driving a truck. We had to grab him and then bring him back somewhere, and like people would attack us while we were doing it. Like I think shit like that is a good ass side missions, but that shouldn't be main missions unless they're really hard. You know what I mean? Like say if like we had to silently sneak into, a warehouse to steal some fucking keys to get to a truck that had some supplies on it to take it across town. And the whole time, like the game's good at picking up on that, and the driving.
And that's the thing. It's like when you got to the point where you were about to assassinate the top target in that region in Wildlands, like the mission to kill him would just be so lackluster. It's like you go to a warehouse, it's like you've been doing, and it's just like
kill his guys. Kill him,
or be press a button and then he comes like out somewhere, like because like you create a ruckus or something and you just snipe him and everyone goes crazy and starts shooting at you. It's just like what,
I gotta say though, like no game ever let me down more than that Get Out game. I've never been more let down.
Yeah, I don't know what that was, man.
Even though it was half price, but still, it was like I literally bought a movie. Like there was more skits and story than there was playtime. Like we didn't even play. I feel like we played like 40 minutes, dude. Literally like maybe 40 minutes. and when we did play, like it only took one mission to be like, oh, they're the worst AI I've ever seen ever.
Well, that I remember like by like the third mission, we were like, is it gonna always be like this? Maybe like once we like get farther, we'll be able to do other shit. And it was just like, no, it was the same thing over and over again. You just participating in scenes.
And the story was so dumb.
Yeah, it was.
The story was so dumb. Like, you guys broke free, but you're hanging around here. You want to see your ex-wife, and now like you're against each other because he was a rat. It's like I would have liked for two real criminals to hit the streets. Let me go from there. Make it fucking hard. It's me and you. Don't tell us shit, right?
Yeah.
We gotta escape. Just knowing what we know about life, right? So we're like, bro, we should probably, go get haircuts, or something like that. Like just putting shit together. We're going around town. Once you find the barbershop, now the barbershop's on the map. Shit like that. You know what I mean? So give me a cut real quick. If you escaped, of course you would, and you would cut your hair, somewhere or something. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you go into like, okay, we're gonna do this.
I see where you're going with it.
You don't have it set up for me, and I'm like, all right, Steve, we should probably get some wheels. We want to try and head to Mexico or something, right? Like we don't even know. That would be so. And this is the fun to me.
This is where it's tough as a consumer to like know. When is it beyond what game engines can do? When is it beyond what's like someone can kind of like make happen in these game engines? You know what I'm saying? Like where they're making these games, what engine's running the game when it's being played? Like the engine that like World of Warcraft uses isn't the same one as like GTA. There's all various programs that are used. Like,
I don't know everything about the shit, right? But from what I see, it just as from a stupid standpoint, is that like. All I'm basically saying, right, is give me a story where it is cutscene in the beginning, right? Me and you are in jail. It tells the story of how me and you went to jail together as friends, right? Some shit happens. Show us some cutscenes still. I don't want to do little shit where I just press X a couple times.
Right.
And then go. You don't even want to do that. Just keep playing the story. Play what you want to lay out right there, right? We break out of prison. It shows you how we break out of prison. And on the breakout, we do that personally, right? Because that was a little fun. Like when we had to tap the buttons at the same time.
Yeah.
We had to like catch each other and help each other up. Shit.
Yeah, that was great. That was cool.
That was all cool, right?
Yeah.
So you want to do shit like that. We're like, this is how we break out. We should get to choose how we break out. Or listen, if you can't do that, just give me a way that you want me to break out. Right?
Or you're like where you're there and like just like how like kind of like GTA does it, like you'll be like, all right, let's try to figure out how we're doing it. And it'll give you like 3 options.
That's exactly what I was getting to. Exactly what I was getting to, right? Is having an option. But what I was saying is like, I'm not trying to test servers at all, right? Just stupid standpoint. You can at least do this. Not testing servers at all. Give me whatever you want, whatever story. This is how we get out, right? We swim up on this beach right here. Bam, we start right there. From there, I'm not asking servers to do anything else but GTA with no story mode. You get what I'm saying?
Just find shit.
Just respond to what we do at that point. So, like, I steal a car, send cops, right? Of course, at the whole time, like, cops are looking for you because you're wanted criminals.
Yeah.
So, like, that's implied into the game. But I don't even need to be meeting people and shit. Like, I would have loved that game if it was just you break out of prison and America's after you. And, like, you just figure out how you want to go about it. I feel like that would take less server, you know? Like, I'm not asking you to be generating missions or nothing like that. I just want to be able to, like, I steal a car. Oh, okay, well, they come after a stolen car. Oh, that's the 2 people that broke out. You know, bam, put it together like that. But us be able to say, all right, we're out of prison. You know what? Let's get some guns. We're going right back and killing everybody in that fucking prison. Or we go, we're heading to Mexico. Or we go, oh, remember, you know, let's just go get some nice ass cars and just go around here killing as many cops as we can. You know, to have like multiple options, and of course, AI be good and responsive. I know that's the hard part right there. The main part is AI
that's where it's like, I'm not sure if you can design something where it has like an infinite amount of possibilities, but like it can have a set amount of routes that work, and then they design around those. So like there's a picture that's like there's 10 tunnels here. Those are your choices in game on how you choose to escape from after you get out of the prison.
That's not bad.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. Like this is like that's all. Like I think it's limited in that type of way. You know, like when they make these things, they make those things around those 10 different tunnels, and then like once it goes down that tunnel, you know, you have to delete the others, and like you create this timeline type of thing, and then the game runs this way from there. So I mean, I don't think you'll ever see anything where you just have like infinite amounts of possibilities. You may have different, like you know,
you would never see it.
I mean, like,
don't you fucking say that.
That's the thing, bro. Like, unless you have like a game that's consistently like generating itself and reacting in real time, you just need something super powerful to do that. You know
what about if you just what about if you gave me no story at all, Steve? You just gave me GTA with no story after I get out of prison.
So like, let's talk about what the program has to do for that. So like, and what the like, you know, what the main processor has to do for that, and like the computers that like run these things. So like when you make a choice that directly alters the universe in a way that's possibly like infinite in a game, the processor has to, and the game also has to react in a way to your choice, kind of like in like real time, because it has no idea which way you're ever going to go with it. You know what I mean? So like it's just a lot of power, and there'd be a lot of fucking programming in something like that, bro. You know what I mean? It'd just be like,
you think I'm asking for a lot here?
Bro,
See,
like,
what
so
I'm
like,
saying is I'm not asking for it to be perfect.
Let me just talk about like the.
Why can't I just play GTA with no story?
I'm trying to tell you, like, let me just talk to like the CPUs, like in computers. The game like Boneworks virtual reality out right now, like it's like a super like realistic like you know physics game. Like you can shoot and shit. It's the one I showed you the video clip of. And where you're shooting shit, you can control the guns and just do whatever. You can punch shit, headbutt it. You can grab them and throw them. The computer is doing those physics calculations in real time. You know what I'm saying? Like the computer's doing that while you know what I'm saying? Like that's already pretty fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like it's doing all those calculations of what you're doing in the game in real time in a matter of fucking seconds. To do that and then push that into something that's like completely infinite in an already like hugely massive world, like it has to be limited in some aspects. You know what I'm saying?
What I'm saying is like, what could I do in the scenario that I described that you can't do in GTA Online? Like, what am I describing that you can't?
Well, in GTA, it's like it's completely like everything in there is like it's completely scripted. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's like you don't just like go out in the world and then you find, you know, this guy and you talk to him and then he finds out a way for you to go to Mexico.
I'm not even asking that. I'm not asking that. I don't even want to be able to talk to people. I don't even got to talk to anyone. Just put people out there. You know, I got to talk to no one. I'm not asking for anything. I literally just want to go out there, right? Yeah. It's me and you. We do things. Let's say we steal this Lambo that's across the street, right? Yeah. We crash it. We die. I'm okay if the Lambo's there next time. Not saying that's to be permanently
right.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
no,
okay with shit like that. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, we go out there and the cops are just on us, basically. If you don't give me that, okay. If you can't
Okay.
even give me that, okay.
Right.
At that point, just respond to what I do in the simple forms that GTA Online does. If I steal a car, cops come after you. Somebody reports it,
But
cops
I
come
would say
after
that
you.
that'd be the only thing. Like I don't know what else like would be
If
to
I
count
steal
with
a
this game.
helicopter, same thing would happen.
Yeah,
If
you're
I
right.
kill a person, cops will come.
Yeah, right.
Just
And
simple
that's it.
shit, right? But I get to make my own choices in there and just have an open world with my friend, us two, like being able to do certain things. Of course, at this point, I've described just an open world game with
That's what I'm
two
saying.
people.
Like that's completely possible.
Right.
But when you add in those real time reaction to your choices all the time, you know what I'm saying? To
Can
where
we
you
just
shape
add
the
in
world.
one thing? Just cops are suspicious of you already. Cops are already looking for you. Can you just
That's
give me
easy. Yeah, it's 100%.
right? You can
It's
give me
easy.
that,
It's
right?
easy. Yeah, that's
So
yeah.
now, like, would it? I mean, it doesn't seem out of this world for me, dummy. Doesn't seem out of this world just to describe an ending. Then, like, now you just have to get to the ending. It's up to you how you
Well,
get there.
that's what I'm saying. Like the way that they would do some of that is they would present you 10 options within the world for you to find out. This is how I'm pushing it.
Cool with 10.
Okay, yeah.
10's cool.
Within
I
the
like
world,
what you're saying.
you know,
If
within
you give
the
me
world.
10, I'm happy.
That's what I'm saying. Like it may be less than that, you know, where like you got this
That's
world
what 3 doesn't
and
do.
you're possibly you come across these things and then you're able to then follow that storyline. But it's all designed for you to find one of those 10 options, if not all of them, and then you choose one.
Like I
You know what I'm
said,
saying?
I'm totally cool
So-
with 10.
So, you
But
know,
like 3, me and you were gonna beat that game
It's
3
just-
times
there
in
would-
no time.
as I'm saying, it'd be restricted in a way like it's not infinite. You still have limited amount of choices because they have to design the game around that.
And I'm saying
There
I'm
has to
fine
be-
with that.
There
As
has
long
to be
as you give
some.
me a good amount.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's where like when you come into like a lot like GTA. I mean like
It's got to be the most
That's-
servers, right? Like besides like
no,
World
because
of
like I mean like
Warcraft,
when
maybe?
when you play the game like when you play it online, I mean like you know you don't you need servers just to sustain the population and whatnot. But I mean like it's the game engines, the programming in it. You know what I'm saying? Like GTA is already like what like you know
I
like
don't even
60 gigabytes or
understand
some
it,
shit.
bro.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't even
Like
understand.
so like when you pack in more of that information for like GTA's like limiting and like it's designed for you to find that letter marker and eventually you do all those letter markers and it leads you to the story. You know, that's kind of like how they kind of like develop that world.
right.
But it doesn't react like you're not able to go in every building. It doesn't react to like oh you go talk to this guy, you know, like and then eventually you can learn shit like you can't have that with every person that you come
Okay,
across.
well
you
let's
know?
just say to fix that game though, they could have just gave us a story where we escaped to Mexico.
Yeah.
That would have been way cooler.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, definitely, and some more open world, open worldness. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the thing people want nowadays is that open world shit,
Bro,
bro.
when we played, it was literally like you had to go like this. You had this much room. Remember, we couldn't even go to the left, to the right, or nothing like that.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Like, even though you were in this room, the thing that you needed to do was over in this corner. There was nothing else in those corners.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
had to come
It's
over there
like,
and do this and
it
that.
was nothing. It's the most bland shit I ever seen. It might be playing like a 2D game.
Yeah.
You know, where it's just like, I'm walking like this. I jump. Like,
Look at this
Mario.
bullshit, bro. Look at this bullshit. Exactly, yeah. So, I mean, eventually I think we might get to a point where, like, you have infinite amounts of fucking, like, possibilities in a world that reacts directly to, like, you and, like, another player, you know?
I hope so. But even,
I mean-
like you said, 10, I'd be great with that. Just have 10 options, not know which one it is until you beat them all.
Well, I mean, like it's like
Let's
what
go
we're
in
asking
there.
for is kind of like a Get Out mixed with GTA, where like we come out and like let's say that there's like 4 letters. You're like, hey, I know a guy. Last thing I knew, he was like living over here, and you go to that letter like you would in GTA, and then you do that set of missions for that letter for that person. You know what I'm saying? Or you can do that, and you can have you get out of prison, then you enter this world. Huge open world. It's like an island you're on or some shit, like in GTA where you're in San Andreas, and then you go wherever you want. You find the one, you find those letters yourself. You know,
I mean,
that'd
they're
be the way to
using
do
a
it.
lot.
Yeah.
They're inputting a lot in like Red Dead, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be hella programming.
Yeah.
Like they said, them programmers were dying.
It's a lot. Yeah, it's a lot, man. Yeah, and I mean, Red Dead's what? Like Red Dead's like a what? I think it's at least 80 or 90 gigabytes download. You know?
Yeah, that's a fat one.
It's huge, man. That's a huge fucking game, bro.
That's crazy.
I mean, like you're talking like triple. Like most Xbox 360 titles weren't even a gigabyte. Now you got a game that's 80 gigabytes.
And all of that is just from them grinding on there, huh?
Man, maybe I'm wrong about that. You know, I don't know. This is probably at least the games were at least like what, like maybe 5 or 7 at most on Xbox 360. Now they're like, yeah, now they're up in like the hundreds. Like it's just ridiculous. Crazy amounts of shit. But I mean, that's what it takes when you put in like when you design a game like Red Dead. You got a program. There's a program for you stepping in that mud. There's a program for you
That's
getting rosy cheeks.
yeah, that's
Like there's
insane.
just so much fucking shit that goes into that, man. And that's the thing. Like my Xbox gets stupid loud when I play that game, even though it's an X, because you're making it run super fucking hard. You're making that processor work super hard, man. It's a game that pushes the Xbox to its like almost its maximum. You know, it's just that in depth of a game.
You
In
think
depth.
Red Dead does?
Yeah.
Push to the max?
Yeah. Red Dead's definitely a huge taxing game, bro. It's hugely taxing on a game system. You know what I'm saying?
You think it takes like time off of a game system's life? Like
Possibly because like when like my Xbox, I have a One X. That's like the premier Xbox that you can get right now. You know what I mean?
more.
You know, it's supposed to be 4K gaming, all that shit. But you'll hear when I'm having playing Red Dead, you'll hear them fans going. You'll hear it get warm. It won't overheat, but you'll feel it get warm more so than any other title that I've ever played with. You know,
So let's just say, right?
GTA, nothing like
you
that.
leave
Bro.
the Xbox on, right? As long as it can go playing Red Dead. And you leave an Xbox on as long as it can go playing 1 gigabyte.
Yeah, for sure.
Red Dead 1 dies first?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
It's just
this is like the lifespan over time, just running at that type of like temperature.
Makes me want to play low games.
Just consistently. I mean,
money.
It's just about running that. You know, if you run that for days, you know, I mean, like the time that we put in on games is like it'd be all right, you know. Plus, you don't play Red Dead, you know, like 8 hours a day, you know, or even 3 hours a day. You know what I'm saying? You don't play Red Dead a lot in your rotation. But yeah, I mean, like it running like that, it will like wear it down. But I mean, not to where you're like worrying about buying a new thing though, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're not worried about that. You're not worried about that at all.
You gonna buy the new Xbox?
I mean, most likely, I play games a lot. I mean, like it'll be out next year. I don't imagine myself not playing any more games. You know, but it all depends. Like no one really knows what we're gonna get yet. That's the thing. You're just trying to make it work.
Yeah, there you go. That's the best I can do.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all right. But I mean, like, there's only so much you can do.
They showed it though, right? That big ass trash can looking fuck thing.
Yeah, but I don't think its specs are out. I don't think what it's able to do is out yet. I don't think the hardware's known.
It's meta?
Huh?
It's meta?
No, it's not.
It's meta isn't out yet.
No, it's specs, man. It's specifications. I don't think they're out yet, so we don't know how good it actually is.
Cut all these words in half. What's up with everybody in the gaming community just cutting these words in half?
What do you mean? What game? Specs?
OP. Yeah,
I mean, that's like I don't know.
So
man.
funny. It's so funny. Bro. I do it too.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's funny.
Yeah, I don't know. But specs is like that's what we do. We make shit short. I mean, that's what people do. Just make shit shorter.
I've never said specs.
People say specs all the time. I like
the word specifics.
People say all the time. Specifications.
Specifications.
Yeah, specs.
Specs. The specs of it.
Give me the specs. Yeah. I mean, that's just that's the shortening. I mean, people use that all the time, bro.
Not if you're white. If you're white, you just say, give me a scoop.
Yeah. What's the down low?
DL. Sorry. There you go. Like I did that.
No, that's not white enough. You gotta go down low. You gotta say the whole thing out loud. DL is too short for white people. White people don't shorten shit out. They just say it the way it's just written, and that's what they do. Down low. They don't say DL. Down low.
Tell me more about white people.
I know your people.
You feel like the back of my head.
I know you're.
They put 80. They put 80. Did they put 80 mil on Trump's head?
Yeah. Did they? Because I mean, like that's what everyone's saying, but like, did they really? You know, that's what I'm saying. Like,
from what I know, they did, bro.
I mean, to me, that's kind of funny.
You don't know what it comes from? All these numbers got significance. That's the funny thing.
Yeah.
It's one of their dollars, whatever their dollar's called, for every citizen they have. So 80 million citizens, $80 million.
I mean, I don't
on that boy head.
I have no idea. Yeah, they had the foreign prime minister of Iran on like CNN earlier and shit. I mean, I feel like they're just making us like dumb. Bro, like stupid right now.
All I'm saying is if you go, if you're willing to go suicidal, you got a good chance of being able to get close to that president. I don't know if you can kill the president or any any big leader
Yeah.
in a major country. I don't know if you can actually. I don't know. I don't know if it can be done anymore. It's gonna be so hard with all the shit they do. But like, if the only way I see you being able to do it would be suicidal. Like you'd have to go and be like, I'm not worried about getting out of here. I'm trying to flee. You know, Wilkes Booth, Harry the Oswald
Yeah,
style.
and you gotta send a white child. You gotta get a white child to do it.
You think so?
I'm saying little white girl comes up, hugs Trump, oh boom.
What I'm thinking is like,
And
if
trick
he
the little white girl.
that's true. That is a good idea. You put that bitch right on her thigh.
Dad just put that out there. I mean, it's just like
I was thinking like you try and find them somewhere, in the cross guard, walking in the street at a spot, maybe coming out of a diner or something. You went to the. I'm not trying to give a proper plan here on how to do anything. But what I would think if I was Iran, right?
I'm just saying,
just hypothetically,
look,
if I was Iran, he's coming out of the diner on Wise Ave. I've just got about 10 or 15 suicide people driving vans, trucks, school buses.
look,
And as you're walking out of there, we just all come in at you full speed.
Like, I'm just saying, like, on some, like, real shit, like, it's an election year. He's going to be out and about. That's all I'm saying, man.
They might hit the polls.
He's going to be out and about. People, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I mean, and, if you think about it, at a time like this, with everyone campaigning, Congress people, shit like that, you probably have Secret Service spread pretty thin right now, or at their max capacity, possibly, or something like that. Probably super busy. Perfect time for like some chaos or some shit. Election year. That's big.
I just think it's gonna be hard everywhere to get a shot on them.
But you're out and about everywhere, and usually you know where they're going with.
But he's got a vest and will take a bullet.
I'm just saying.
They usually got every high ground covered.
I'm just like, that's something, and you know where they're gonna be at.
I just feel like he's coming to the diner. Like that's the best style, like mom style. That's how I'm thinking. Like, okay, then I'm gonna come in, right? I'm gonna come there at 3 a.m. one day, and underneath of the entrance steps, I'm gonna drill a hole in that bitch and put fucking 2 pipe bombs. That can be detonated by a cell phone.
Yeah.
And when he walks up the steps, go boom. Like some shit like that. How would he know that? If I did that right now, how would they know that if that was there in 2 months? They might be able to smell it or something with a dog.
I mean, like, if it's planned for them to go there, they're gonna scope it out.
How much ahead?
They're running down,
What I'm saying is, what if I get the jump? Like it wasn't planned for him to go to the diner. It was planned for him to come to Baltimore. He went to the diner,
You could play
but
bombs in a random diner.
But what I'm saying is now he's went there twice. He's went there twice now. He went there twice, bro.
I'm gonna say
so now, like next time you hear he's coming to Baltimore, you're like, probably going to the diner.
I mean, we'll see.
Might want to put one at the other diner too.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, I think that's just not enough for you to go off of. You need to go off on certainties.
That's just one route, though. I mean, still at the same time, I'm just trying to think of the most ludicrous ideas like that you could do that would just like, because it's gonna be hard, if you try and kill any like world leader, like I said, like that's just hard. I don't see what you do. Like,
we just drone strike their biggest generals. I mean, it's like
what about if he was?
For some people, it's not that hard.
But they hit it out of the airport. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but we still drone strike them and killed them.
He has his own airport.
Like, it was like straight up easy.
Like, he has his own airport, and White House has anti-missiles on top of it. So there's.
As I'm saying, for some people it's easy. For some people it's a little harder.
You're saying us.
For us, it's a little harder. For us to do it to them, it's a little easier. Just saying.
That's what I'm saying. Just like the average, because obviously it's going to be a citizen.
Yeah.
That's what It's not going to be an airstrike. It's going to be a citizen because it's.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Them,
Yeah.
So I'm saying, like, could you roll up? He's at the diner. I just keep thinking like where he's at anytime. So like, you get the update, like President at the diner. Like, okay, well, I'm going suicidal, right?
Yeah.
So fuck who's there. I roll up. There's 10 of us. We got F-250s, and in the back we got light machine guns mounted with like barriers on the front with metal, and shit like that. We just pull up. We got dual fucking AKs. We just light that whole fucking diner up. Like, I'm just picturing some off the wall shit.
Yeah, I mean, there's a way to do it, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you think that's a way to do it? Is what I
mean, like, you would. I mean,
you think that's possible, or am I just going too crazy here?
Pulling up with a bunch of AKs. I mean, if you have enough people,
pulling up with a bunch of light machine guns on the back of F-250s.
I mean, yeah, that would probably work. I mean, like I said, you'd have to catch them somewhere, like on like a campaign trail, where like, because I mean, like the limousine is like bomb proof. So I mean, like you're not gonna lay up their limousine and kill them. You know what I'm saying? So you need to catch them somewhere where
if you're trying to get the limousine,
Don't not trying to get the limousine.
I'm saying if you want to, right?
Don't want to.
Let's just go. I figure out things. I think you got to hit that limousine like how they did in Taken, where you blow out the ground, right? You just like at the perfect time you blow out the size of that limousine. You blow the ground out from underneath of it. They're gonna come down there at a weird angle. At that point, man, you're just putting C4s, all over this bitch. Just dink, 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 and you both start dipping in the tunnels you created.
And you blow it up and keep it in. Keep it in.
Can it survive that? Can it survive like 20 C4s?
I don't know what's supposedly rated to survive. So I mean, maybe, but maybe not. Because they put some fucking shit in that bitch.
We're in 2020, bro, and I think I'm just so far behind. We blow the ground out, right? But then I picture like we got something, right? That we can just like the ultimate chemical weapon. We're bringing it out, and we just boom right on this fucking limo, and now they can't even come close to it. Even a hazmat suit, you die. Yeah, some shit like that, some crazy diabolical shit.
What's that? I know it's like seal proof. Unless it was like able to like be like.
No, I'm saying like we just cover his head, they cover that bitch in it, to the point where like people can't even be around it or something.
I don't know, bro. I'm just saying. Anything's
Can
fucking
we go
possible.
diabolical?
You can start throwing poison gas down there, I guess. But
could you laser that thing?
I think problems.
Can you think a laser will shoot through it? On that big ass ray gun lasers they got?
No, I don't think it's powerful enough yet. Maybe.
Shoot things about 300 yards.
Maybe it is powerful enough to do that, bro. I don't know. But they use like
sound weapon.
It's like 2 foot like steel.
How about a sound weapon?
It's like that's an armored vehicle. Like it's like crazy armored, like to the teeth, like more than like most things are. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
more than anything.
They thought about it. Like look, what could this thing survive? Okay, maybe 20 C4. I don't know. Might be. Maybe not. It's like
so he got put up with 20 C4. Oh, he's fine.
He's supposed to survive 25.
I think it could easily survive 25.
I've had a soldier carry 25 pounds himself. That's 1 pound charge each. Like boom, blow that stuff. I don't know.
Set him on fire. Set the whole limo on fire.
I think it'll be good. Don't know though, bro. I'm not sure what's rated for. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about the same vehicle that supposedly has like some of his blood in it. Like just in case he needs a transfusion.
Drown him.
It's some of his own blood.
Can we drown him?
If you get him to the bottom of the ocean, yeah, probably,
If we drop it in water. No,
they'd
go out the ground, then we go out the water.
Because they'd run out of oxygen eventually. There's only so much oxygen in a sealed
They have a lot of oxygen there, bro. They have oxygen that pumps in there, bro.
Yeah, but if you're surrounded with water, how's it going to convert the air to oxygen?
Dog, it's pumped in, though. It's oxygen tanks.
It'll run out eventually?
Yeah, but you got time. First, you got the time that's in the cabin, right? Because it's sealed.
Yeah.
Then you got the oxygen tanks.
Yeah.
So you got time.
Got some time.
Teslas have the same option?
The oxygen tanks in them?
No, they don't have oxygen tanks, but they have.
I was like, what?
They can seal. They can seal off. A chemical option.
To seal off completely.
They seal completely off. Nothing can get in.
Huh. That would be cool.
It's awesome.
Because that'll protect your car in a flood for the most part.
It's crazy how quickly they can just upload updates and shit. Like all the time, people tweet him shit, and he just adds a feature. Like it's nothing. Like there was one that
it's patchable because it's connected to the internet all the time.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yep. That's like somebody tweeted another day, like they wanted basically a sleep mode where like the heat would stay to an adjusted amount,
right?
While the battery was done, and he fucking is doing an update for it, and I'm sitting there thinking like, wow. There's no way, you know what I mean? There's no way that this thing can sit there and last all day. Apparently, it doesn't even drain anything from the battery. Like, apparently, a Tesla can stay on all night with heat on, long as it's not on. If the heat's just on, like it's in that mode, basically, it don't even use much battery, it said.
Yeah.
Apparently, that battery's huge, too. I've seen
it lines the whole bottom of the car.
Is it that big?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. That thing is fucking massive, bro.
That's crazy.
It's ridiculous. And that's why, it's like the Model X especially is really hard for it to tip over because a lot of its weight is in the center of it and it's at the bottom of it. That's where the battery pack sits, and that's where a lot of the drivetrain sits as well. A lot of the motors for that, all right there underneath the car, pretty much underneath where you sit. So they showed it was like the first SUV to get like a 5-star like safety rating because like you cannot flip that bitch. They were chucking this bitch sideways into fucking like a little like sand ditch that was high enough to try and get the turn, and it will like go on its side, but always like come back and
Yeah,
like
I seen
eventually
those
like
videos
just like
because that was disputed.
yeah
That
yeah
what he said was disputed by the people that did the test.
was it
Yeah, they were saying that basically, they said that they might have only did this because he came out about it, but they were saying that it was for that vehicle's kind. Because maybe they weren't trying to classify it as an SUV. Maybe they were trying to classify it, as its own classification. But either way, the bitch was super sucking safe.
yeah yeah. I mean it's
And I've
not
seen
gonna
the videos you're
it's not
talking
just
about
gonna
where it
roll,
won't tip. It
yeah.
literally was like this.
You might be skidding for a little bit, but that's better than fucking rolling.
I'm pretty
you
sure
know?
there was one time where that bitch was like leaning the opposite way and it came back.
Yeah, yeah. It definitely pivoted way farther over, but it's just so heavy, man.
Yeah.
It's where all the weight is. It's a well-designed vehicle, especially for like
Yeah,
accidents.
fine.
I mean, like from what I understand, like its body frame also is designed in a way to like, it's really effective at reducing front end impacts. From what I understand, the Model X is a very safe vehicle to be in. It has pretty much like like airbags everywhere. Like, I don't know, man. I think like Tesla, I'd probably would put a little more faith in something like a Model X and a lot of vehicles.
Oh, bro, that's my dream car.
Model
It
X.
don't even gotta be Model X.
You just want Tesla.
I just want a Tesla with the options included, of course.
Yeah.
I don't want one like.
You want some ludicrous mode?
I would love a ludicrous mode, right? That would be great. That would be great. That would be like dream, right? But I'd be happy just to have a good Tesla. Model X, Model 3.
Model 3.
Big screen in the middle. I want that.
Yeah.
And I just want like the options that come along with it.
Yeah.
Because like not everybody's in the loop. Like you also pay money for a service basically on there, because now you can watch videos from your phone and shit on that big ass screen. You can stream shit on there.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it's just
wow.
I want to be able to get the updates and shit, because well, not everybody gets the updates, so like you got to be a part of the system. From what I know, you have to be a part of like not the membership, but like the purchase agreement type of thing, basically.
You gotta agree to it.
Yeah, you have to stay. Yeah, exactly. You have to do.
You agree to their terms.
You're a member of a club. If you're getting the updates, you're a member of their club, basically.
On their terms.
Yeah, you're on their terms. I want to be able to get the updates. There's like so many things that I think is cool in there.
Yeah.
And then of course, like I want the nice seat, like the nice shit, not the basic model.
Yeah, it's a great car, bro. Great car.
That.
It's a great vehicle. And I mean, it's one thing that's like, that's why I don't understand why, like, you don't see car people get excited about it. You know what I mean? Because it's like,
it is, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
You do, bro.
But you know what? You know the people I'm talking about, bro. Like, maybe like engineering type people. But I mean, like, if you guys had that typical, like, Corvette style, like, muscle rod cars.
But when you get to those people, like, most of them will say, like, they're not going to sit there and bash the car. Like, they're going to say it's not sustainable, is what they're going to try and say.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that's what they try and go like, oh, we can't keep making batteries,
Well, not only that, but you see them attack. They're like, well, it's like there's something about hearing that motor. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I've heard people say that, but that's on the lower part. I've heard more people say.
I've seen it.
I've heard more people say about the batteries and about like, oh, well, you think everybody should let a car drive? That's usually like the way they go with me.
Yeah. See, from what I see, a lot of people like, I mean, like like car dudes. Like, there's racing cars and shit. Like. They want to have they like that noise.
Stupidest shit I ever heard.
When
I'll literally bring a car that makes no sound and burn you. What's it matter? Are you a car guy? Because I'll burn you for your pink slip.
Exactly,
right
man.
I will take your car right now with this car that makes no sound.
Exactly, man.
What's up, bro? I mean, we're also making the fastest car. Once he did that, I was like, that was good. Yeah. That was good. Good strategic
Roadster?
by him. Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's the one with the ludicrous mode. That's the one Joe got.
Well, the model. Right? So the Model X, and then the Tesla.
The one that's the fastest street car on Earth. Tesla has the fastest street car on Earth.
No, they have the ones that they have the one that accelerates the quickest. They have one of the ones that accelerate the quickest. But as far as long term, over longer periods of like speed, like
how high it can go.
Most supercars will like beat it top speed wise, but won't beat it in acceleration
ever. In a quarter mile.
Exactly. Just exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like there's different measurables to that. It's 0 to 60 is extremely impressive and it's super fucking fast.
They're number one in 0 to 60.
Super fucking fast.
But I'm saying that translates to other things. If you're number one in 0 to 60, you're number one in a lot of other things too.
But not necessarily top speed. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. Maybe not top speed, but like quarter mile. If you're going 0 to 60 Remember, you're the first person to get to 60. You won the quarter mile. That's how I picture it.
Yeah,
Maybe I don't know shit about racing, but
right.
that's how I picture it.
But I mean, that's the thing. Like, it's not necessarily like it has the fastest acceleration, but as far as top speeds go, you know what I'm saying? Like, its top speeds don't match, like a lot of other cars. There's a lot of other cars.
But
Once you
0 to
get
60, that would mean you have the fastest acceleration.
exactly, but I'm saying
Yeah.
top speeds, like where it's like it's that like people will still pick those other cars because of its top speed.
I don't think
You know what I'm
get it
saying?
by much, man. I wish I knew exactly right now. But I'm telling you, I don't think it's by much, Steve. That thing goes like 225 miles or something like that. Something crazy.
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
I've heard like
What to see?
people bash it for every reason they can find. If like it's not one of the two I just mentioned, then it'll be like, how long can it last? Which is like, hey, maybe that's true, but right now it's burning it.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, like they really do have like good designs going into these types of vehicles, man. I mean, like I said, like even just the regular Tesla, not even the Model X, the Tesla Model 3s and whatnot, they're still extremely safe cars to drive in.
And it's crazy all the shit that you hear, and then you're actually hear people who own Tesla and they're like, bro, I've had batteries go 8 hours for me. You know what I mean? It's about
Yeah,
how you drive a vehicle.
exactly,
And
man.
of course, over time, the battery will get weaker. I mean, that just happens,
Yeah, that's
right?
what I'm saying. But I'm also sitting here. I'm like, yeah, you can just fill up a car instantly, but I mean, like, all you gotta do is plug it up when you're not driving it.
Well, that's the problem. That's the number
Yeah.
one problem with Tesla, bro, is that everybody can't afford a charger.
I think if you can afford a Tesla,
That is
to an
not true.
extent, you could probably get one of them
I don't know
superchargers
how
that hooked
much a
up.
supercharger,
You
not a
know,
supercharger, don't even go there.
you
I'm just
know.
talking about a charger. You definitely get a supercharger. Joe was talking about it before on there. He's saying like nobody's going to be able to afford a supercharger. When they asked him, he was like, the one car, he had a white car guy on there, the
Right.
most recent one. The most recent car
Okay.
guy was a white guy, and he was like, how long does it take to charge that up? He's like, well, I have a supercharger, which I know most people aren't fortunate enough to have. Like he knows like that bitch costs, bro, to have a supercharger. The supercharger is the one that charges in like 4 hours,
I mean, even a regular charger, the
something like that,
8-hour
two
one. You know what I'm
hours.
saying? Like, I don't think that's
I,
that much, bro.
I'm pretty sure it is,
Superchargers are
bro.
probably ridiculously expensive. Probably premium product.
See if we can get
I
some.
mean, I think if you probably get a Tesla, as a normal Tesla, like you can probably afford the charger that comes in your home from there. Just saying, you know what I'm saying? If not, you should plan to, because like what
Bro,
sense would that make if you
you
can't
can
charge
get
at
a Tesla
home?
for 30 grand.
You know, what I'm saying, that's just recently though. That's just 2018 style. Where the Model 3 order started going in. But I mean, like with the premium price of the original Tesla, like what I'm saying, and the Model X. Model X is upwards of like 100 grand, 90 grand or so. So I mean, if you're financing some bitch like that, I think you can afford, drop a couple stacks on a fucking house charger. You know what I'm saying?
Tesla charger installation costs. Electricians typically charge, meaning total cost of installing a Tesla connector. So
Yeah,
this
where's
is
it at?
8 to 12 hours is how long it would take, first of all.
That sounds like crazy bullshit.
Okay, so the station, yeah. That's what it is. Okay.
What's
Okay,
up?
so
What's
shit
up?
ain't horrible though. For a level one charger, the cost of the station will be 300 to 600, with
Yeah,
parts and labor costing 1,000 to 1,700 because you got to pay an
yeah,
electrician to hook it up.
yeah.
So 2,000. A level two charger, 500 to 700.
Probably 2 grand, labor charges or some shit.
Yeah, 1,200 to 2 grand. Yeah, so about 2 grand, 3 grand here.
Yeah, which I mean, like, yeah, if you're getting a Model 3, maybe a little tough to swing, you know? But if you're getting the premium model Tesla, which means it's still, I believe, it's still like 75 grand to 100 grand,
But
you know?
here's what one person says about the supercharger. With the money you have saved by not installing a private supercharger, you can buy a spare Tesla to have standing by fully charged just for such an emergency. Depending on exactly how much you save by not installing a supercharger, you may be able to buy 2 new spare Teslas. So a supercharger must cost a lot.
Well, I mean, imagine it's like a premium product. You probably need a dedicated line for something like that as well. I mean, it might just be like something ridiculous to set up, unless you have like a custom house, you know? So, I mean,
Let's hear. Let's hear a little bit. Every minute you stay idle once your charging session is complete will cost you 40 cents. That's okay.
So it's saying energy costs where he fucks you?
No, this is just talking about like the money points of superchargers. Superchargers can recharge your car about 50% in 20 minutes.
Wow.
That is
That's why it's
such
so much,
that
man.
is such a fucking
That's why it's so much, bro. Like there you go.
a full charge, which Tesla recommends is done at home, will take about 75 minutes.
Hour 15? What is that? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, of course that's going to cost a lot. That's premium. You're looking for top of the dollar. You want people, you want those, that's extremely, that's just who you want. You want them people making big money. You get one of them bitches and get a fucking market that shit for free. I mean, it's perfect. How much does a supercharger cost, though?
That's what I was
Was
trying
that
to find. They started charging. They weren't charging at first for people to charge their shit. Ain't that crazy?
who, Tesla? Or
Tesla, yeah.
they weren't charging people?
They weren't charging people
for the chargers.
for charging stations.
Right.
No, not
For
to
charging
have,
stations.
not to have at home. To
Oh.
go to. Like if you found a
Oh.
charging station, like a Tesla charging station, you could charge it for free.
Which you got to rely on Tesla to put in.
You don't, but now you pay for it, and they installed 2,000 more across the country.
Is that what they say? You buy a charger, and then they use that money to then install more around the country? Is that what they say?
No,
That's what you just said. You just said that.
No, I would. Well, now I've got so much reading now. No, that's not what I said though. But I said at first when Tesla first came out with the vehicles, they didn't charge you to charge.
Right.
Okay.
Well, they get a charger.
No.
To charge.
There's Tesla charging stations all across America.
You
don't pay for it. You look up Tesla charging stations, you go there, you don't pay for it. Now you do.
Okay. But now you can get a charger in your house.
You can.
Yeah.
You always could.
Yeah.
But that was just the thing they did at first. Basically free gas, bro.
Yeah.
For a year.
Yeah. Around. Yeah. There you go. To get you launched up and set up. That must have sucked if you didn't have one in your area, though. Drive like half a tank or half a battery just to get there. That's what some people would get.
Oh, so here's what it is. So this says Tesla offers at-home wall connector charging stations that serve as an upgrade from the standard charging cord provided when you purchase your Tesla. So you still get a cord then.
Right.
But it's just slow as fuck. It takes 8 to 12 hours.
Which, you just do it whenever you're not driving, I guess. And you do it overnight. Everyone sleeps. Hook it up when you sleep. I don't know.
You can buy a Tesla supercharger from the Tesla screen in the car.
Make it easy. That's what I'm saying. That's what you need to do. You gotta make it easy for people to get to it, bro. Simple as that. You gotta make it easy for people to attain that shit, and they're gonna use it.
See, this is what's weird because if you don't, this is what was fucking with me. If you don't own one at home, there's rules on it out in the world. Because there's charging stations, but then there's supercharger stations out there too.
Huh.
So people want the supercharger stations, right? Because that's the ones they want to pay for.
Yeah.
So they had to put idle fees on the charging stations because at first they were only paying for the charge.
Yeah.
But people were just sitting there with the thing in there.
Well, you gotta sit there. You have to sit there.
I'm saying after it was charged, they would just stay with it plugged in while they're on their car.
Yeah.
Just chilling. So they had to add idle fees because people were hogging up
just chilling out,
just for superchargers.
Yeah.
It says idle fees apply to any car occupying a supercharger if the station is at least 50% full and once the charge session is complete. So if there's nobody at the charging station, then you're fine. But if I guess there's probably 8 of them, you know, so if 50% is full, there's 4 people there, you can't sit there idled up. Yeah. Or you gotta pay a fee. It's weird how they know all that, ain't it?
Well, they've been at it for a while, bro. So
they're slowly learning these things. They know how many Teslas are getting charged next to you.
Yeah.
You ever seen a Tesla doing that dance?
Yep.
That's crazy.
We're playing the Christmas shit and everything. Yeah, man. That's one of the things you can program a car to do that. That's the one thing he did. I forgot what the story he told some story about it. Where he came in one day and he was just telling everyone, he was like, I want the car to dance. And they were like, haha, Elon, yeah, funny. And he was just like, yeah, no, I really want the car to do this.
I did see that. It's
crazy. Some shit like that.
A little factoid in there. It, Tesla recommends that you don't charge it to 100%. It says keep plugged in every night, limit charging to 70 to 90% as suggested in the manual. If it's 100%, I would not charge it till you get below 80%.
Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, it's the same thing with your phone. Like you don't want to leave your phone hooked up if it's charged to 100% or your laptop. It depletes the battery life. I guess that's how you sustain your battery life for as long as possible.
Tesla warrants batteries against malfunctions and defects for 8 years.
Not bad.
That's great. That's
Not
the
bad.
longest warranty you ever got on the engine, boy.
Yeah, I mean
8 years.
This is the battery.
Yes, the battery. That's the engine.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Bro, that is great, bro. 8 years, Steve. You put 100,000 miles in 4 years.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You're saying that I can put 200,000 miles on this Tesla and you're still giving me a free battery?
Malfunctions, you know what I'm saying?
Malfunction or defects.
That's what I'm saying. But
so
like,
it's not charging no more, right? It's defective.
But like if they look, but they look, they're like, look, if you have 200,000 miles on the battery. Yeah, of course you're not. Of course it's not gonna charge it. But you done charged it.
It's defective, bro.
You've already charged it beyond its lifetime. You know what I'm saying? It's not defective.
I'm taking you to
That's what I'm saying. It's not defective. You know, it works exactly how it was.
Consulted for the urinated upon.
Just because you went 200,000 miles in 1 year, you know what I'm saying? That's what most people do in like 5 years, if that.
I want my new battery, Tesla. You said 8 years.
Yeah, but when you drive 200,000 miles, that's the life of it. It's it's right there. I'm sure in there. What does it say? I'm sure there's a mileage in there too.
You know? No, there isn't.
Or look at the short, or like, cause that's what a lot of car makers do. They'll be like, look, either 5 years or the first 75,000 miles. Depends which one comes first.
Okay, so here it is. Yeah, there's no mileage on it. It's just an 8-year warranty, as long as it don't defect or malfunction. Because basically they're saying that this battery is going to last 8 years for you.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Nothing else matters. You know what I mean? They're saying if you don't damage this battery, we know it'll last 8 years. That's probably they know that's a safe bet for them, bro. Trust me. That battery will probably last 12 years then. You know what I mean? If they're saying 8-year warranty.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But like, if you come in and your shit broke after 2 years, your battery, but you already have like 200,000 miles on it.
Oh yeah, that's a problem.
That's what I'm saying. They're not gonna cover.
No, I was saying like I come the 8th year, it's 200,000. I'm just like, look, this thing won't even charge above 30% anymore. Well, get a replacement.
Yeah.
It says if you're a Tesla owner, you don't need a supercharger to fill up your Tesla battery. With a Tesla, you can literally charge anywhere as long as there's an electrical outlet. All public level 2 charging stations, including EV Connects, use the same universal connector, so you can charge at home. I didn't even know that. You can charge your Tesla.
But you would need that line. You need that.
It comes with it.
But if you don't have one dedicated in your house, you know what I'm saying? Because I mean, there's only a couple machines in your house that use those dedicated 240 volt lines.
220.
220. That's still like that's big. What you know what I'm saying? Like
it says all public level 2, as long as there's electrical outlet.
That's what I'm saying. Like the one on your dryer, that's probably a level 2. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know,
yeah, that's cool.
But you only have a certain amount of those in a house typically.
I got an extra one right now.
So if you would need one, that's what I'm saying.
I would love it.
Let's say if you don't have one, you would be able to
get one
that.
installed, and now you got free gas, bitch.
Still costs money
for electric for a free
goes to electricity bill.
But you ain't paying gas no more. At least somebody don't dictate it all the fucking time. At least you know this many watts, this much money, right? What you go make out tomorrow, gas be $4 more, and you wouldn't say shit. You just took it in your ass. You're like, hell, I ran. It's like,
yeah, but then
nothing to do.
Yeah, but you can sit there and do the Matthew BG, but like, I charge my Tesla this many times and this many wattage. Like, you're getting fucked in the ass by the
BG. It'll be that
by the electric company? Who's more shadier? You know, like
Big Oil, for sure.
Big Coal? You mean power companies?
I ain't never.
Big Coal? Big Coal.
I ain't never heard of an electrical spill.
Big Coal.
Job spite.
What you know is like to deal with them motherfuckers. It's like dealing with the water company. They're all fucked.
You ever dealt with the oil company?
Actually, yeah.
You think you can negotiate the price of a barrel?
Actually, yeah. We actually had them business.
Yeah, we're like this.
Because like your grandma house still ran on oil. The heating system still ran on fucking gas.
It was after January 1st of 2017.
That what?
Oh, so it's still. Oh,
cover a lager, yeah. What?
Listen to this. Tesla gets better and fucking better. So Tesla began phasing the free unlimited access to its supercharger network when it announced that customers who buy cars after January 1st, 2017 will now have 400 kilowatt hours or about 1,000 miles of free charging every year.
Huh, nice.
That is fucking dope, bro.
1,000 miles?
1,000
every
miles
year?
free every year.
It's not a lot.
That is, how fucking greedy are you, you greedy bitch? Do you want to suck an oil company's dick, or are you happy with the free shit you're getting?
I don't understand why you say that, because I mean you're still.
I just
it's like,
name the oil company that ever gave you 1,000 free miles, bro. Name the car company that ever gave you 1,000 free miles. You selfish bitch. Name the one that gave you 100.
There's actually a lot of car companies like BMW, Mercedes. Like if you buy their luxury cars, you get gas shit. You get gas cards.
Get 1,000 miles.
You get gas cards.
You're not gonna get
gas cards, bro.
No, you do not.
You're
talking about upper echelon of society.
You get gas cards, bro.
I'm gonna get a BWI right now and get a gift card.
You go to BWI. You purchase one
next week.
You purchase a brand new 2018 X6, you just might get a gas card.
You might get $50 a time. I've never heard of that. I'm just giving you the benefit of the doubt. I don't believe it's true at all. But I'm just saying you might get $50. I'm talking about giving you 1,000 miles, Steve. How much is that worth? It's $3 a fucking gallon. Come on, man.
I feel you, man. I feel you. You know, man.
Fucking every year for 10 years. I give a Tesla for 10 years. You gave me a free 1,000.
Is that for Model 3 users?
That's for every car bought after January 1st, 2017.
Every Tesla vehicle. I mean, it's good. It's a great incentive. I mean, you know, drive 5,000.
Something wrong with you? I don't understand. I just don't understand. It's like they're giving you. I think that they shouldn't even do that. I think it should just cost.
I think they actually they have a great responsibility in doing that when you provide cars like this. You know what I'm saying?
No, I think they have a responsibility of putting it out there, but not giving it to you for free.
Yeah, you need infrastructure like that, bro. You need to be able to put infrastructure out there. You know what I'm saying? So
no,
no,
not free. I put it out there. I put 4,000 charging stations across America. Everyone can reach it in 15 minutes. At this point, you pay. That's why you bought a Tesla, because you know how good of a product that is. And now you're going to pay the fuel, so you don't have to go to Big Oil at that fucking gas station and pay $3.50 a gallon.
Right.
I'm still giving you a discount. It's not the same exact amount. You still get a discount.
Yeah, which is cool. Which is cool. Yeah, which is cool.
Now I said you can have 1,000 free miles.
Which is all cool.
What else do you want? What else do you want?
It's all cool, man. It's all cool. Give me free chargers. Look up the free chargers when I get this car. There you go. I'll be happy then.
Okay, so in August of this year, they brought back Model S and Model X SUVs, free unlimited assets to its network of electrical vehicle chargers known as superchargers. So as of right now, I believe the Model X and Model S
it's free
right now. Superchargers.
It's awesome.
Brought that back.
Which is awesome.
Took losses though, huh? Loss of $408 million despite record deliveries of electrical vehicles. The company generated $6.3 billion in revenue in the second quarter from their sales, the bulk of which came from its lower margin and less expensive Model 3 vehicles.
Well, from my understanding,
so people like the Model 3.
Well, from my understanding, people are putting a lot of money. I mean, he's putting a lot of money back into the company. You know, just putting a lot back in. You know what I'm saying?
It's just a nice car, man. I like
it.
It's
sick, yo. I love Teslas, man.
I like it in any. Not so much for the one on the right, but the one on the left. I just like it's just such a beautiful, slick. With all it can do too, it's just great.
Yeah, I mean, just like for what it is, like, you know, by far the best electric vehicle. That's why I hate when people clown his Cybertruck. Yeah, it looks funky, but I mean, this dude's literally gonna innovate what cars are. He's gonna change what cars are.
He's trying.
If you wanna keep seeing the same car year in year out, then stay away from Tesla. You know,
right?
Clown the Cybertruck all you want. Again, that is a fucking major fucking like design mark for like the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like just to try and innovate something. And it's the first reveal. Rough draft, if that.
Right.
You know I'm saying the final product of the Cybertruck is gonna be so fucking ridiculous, bro. If I had money, I'd order one.
You would order?
I know he's gonna deliver on that bitch, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be sweet.
It's gonna be fucking awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like
you just trust Elon, right?
Exactly, bro.
You just trust him.
But like it's not like
people don't feel like
it's not like I'm investing in the Model S in 2008. You know what I'm saying? This is a proven product. A guy has proven himself with the Model 3, the Model S, and the Model X. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I feel like his products speak for him, and that, like with his Cybertruck,
Tell him,
it's gonna
Steve.
be something ridiculous,
Stop
bro. I mean,
that.
like
That shit coming
that's
through.
what I'm saying. Like we're talking like the body of this truck that was like folded steel. You know what I'm saying? I was just like,
The people that go,
you know,
yeah, it's awesome. The people that go against him are the people that are saying like, well, he's so big right now with SpaceX because that's like getting the most money it ever got. It's got the most missions coming up that it's ever had.
right.
So they're saying like, is he really that focused on getting these done? Now it seems like he's just putting too many projects out there for himself because at the same time he's trying to do the boring company. He's out here drilling fucking holes and shit. You know, and at the same time, he's doing podcasts, he's doing media, he's working in Gigafactory. He started the school up at the fucking
Yeah.
Gigafactory. He's just got a lot of shit going on, man.
I mean, like I think he'll be able to get it done though. You know what I'm saying? Like he'll, I mean, like
Said it
I
work.
think
He works 20 hours.
I think he has, some great minds at his companies. You know what I'm saying? I think he's built solid companies. I think he's built solid foundations, and it's only going to go up from here into new and emerging markets as far as being like one of the first private um, people to go to into space, so private companies to go to space. he, he's on that front. He's on the electric car front.
It sucks
It's
when
just
you're the
beginning.
first like that, though, right? You're the first person to do something. Because look at all them lawsuits he's had of people working there, going to another car company, starting an electrical vehicle with those same exact designs.
Yeah. I'm saying people like Renault, like that vehicle, the other electric truck that they're making. It's definitely huge competition. You know what I'm saying? But it's an electric car that doesn't come close to Tesla's battery range.
Bro, when they looked at it, Tesla embarrasses that thing,
Bro,
bro.
100%. But
It
people don't see that.
It's not even
It
close.
looks like a truck, but its ranges are nowhere as close as to what Tesla's going for.
And it takes longer to charge. It doesn't have
Exactly,
half of
bro.
the options.
Exactly, man. You
There's
know what I'm saying?
so many things that like Tesla
I'm saying,
blows
like-
that thing out the waters.
And but it is what Tesla needs. Tesla needs someone else in the game to try and pressure them to keep innovating. You know what I'm saying?
See,
They need
I
competition.
agree, but I disagree.
Competition fuels great ideas, bro.
See, I don't think so because I think Elon's a genius and he's already so far ahead of the game that he can only go farther. He's proved that with his rocket science and everything from there.
See?
What I believe Tesla needs is yes, exactly that, and for it to fail, and just go. Not anyone can do this shit. Tesla does this.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I mean?
So
that would be
listen,
great.
but listen. When competition's involved, it only becomes great for the consumer.
Did you listen to my first sentence though, bro? Where I said that like they stole all his technology. So most likely that car that thing built was from stolen Tesla technology. It's very high probability that it happened.
Right.
And that's what that is.
I got you.
So I'm sure, you know what I mean, that it's past that level of competition. There's no competition. They said anybody build an electric car right now is 7 years behind them. That's exactly why he sued, was because there was like it's his prediction, but like there was a 3 or 4 year gap that car made that they shouldn't have made. Basically, it just proves stolen technology.
Yeah, but
he knows everyone's behind him.
And I get that, but I also want people from multiple angles working on various things within this electrical car market. You don't want Tesla just dominating this market and then find someplace complacent. Like so like I would say a real world example is kind of like what's going on with Intel. Intel and the computer manufacturer.
Yeah.
So they make CPUs. They make CPUs for computers. They also have AMD, which is another company on the flip side that has what most people would say, well, what is a fact? They've been like bottom of the barrel, way behind Intel for some point now. But it's getting to a point now where AMD is catching up to Intel because Intel has seen some sort of like comfortable position. It's never had that competition for so long in the computer processing market that their products have fallen greatly behind. AMD is now caught up and now has overtaken them as far as this year has gone.
Let me just explain.
And it's just going to fuel better products from here. It's better for the consumer when shit like that happens.
In a lot of scenarios, it is. We all know that's the rule. That's the rule, right? It's not in this, right? We have an alien. We have a production. When you're talking about them two companies, right? What were you saying? Company and company. When I said, why would you buy that Cybertruck? What did you say? You have faith in Eli.
Right.
And Elon, right?
Right.
You didn't say Tesla.
Yeah.
So you got faith in Elon because you know Elon and you believe in that person, right? But when you talk about those two people, you talk about the company, right?
Yeah.
There's something different here. You know who's innovating?
100%.
Elon is innovating Eli, bro.
100%.
We have a monster, bro. Of course, he's not the only one behind it, but he sees what needs to be done there. Every step of electrical that is coming up, I believe Tesla is going to lead the front for, and I don't want to see funds directed anywhere else. I do want Tesla to monopolize it, and I do want them to dominate it, and I do want them to take it to the next level. From there, we'll figure out how to control it.
That's it. The more minds that you have on something, the greater that it can overall become. The way the different eyes you have looking at it, there's other great undiscovered minds out there. We could have another Elon. They're say that
I
there's
want to
only.
work for Elon.
I mean, like it'd be great to have someone working from a different angle. You know what I'm saying?
There's
You
something
know what I'm saying?
about Elon, though,
You
right?
know?
Like, we both can agree. It's weird. You don't know, like you.
Yeah, and
It's weird to
and I
think that
feel
about
you,
a car manufacturer.
but it's the
like, can you say that? Like, there's nothing even
because he's not a car manufacturer.
But
He's an engineer.
But he is a car.
He's an engineer.
But he invented Tesla.
You know what I'm saying?
But he invented Tesla.
He's an engineer. That's
He
what I'm saying.
Right, but
That's what I'm saying. That guy.
show me, bro. You see the guy that invented Ford walking around?
He's dead.
You don't know. You get what I'm
That's
saying?
what I'm saying, you know what I'm
the guy
saying?
that's running Ford.
But
right
at that
now.
time, he was the shit.
Do you see the guy
You
running
know?
Ford right now?
You'd probably believe in Ford.
You know what I mean? Do you see the guy running Chevy? We don't even know these guys. It's like you see this guy as a public figure and you like him. You believe
And at that
in him.
time, they had the
He's proved
same
this
thing. At the time, they had the same thing because they were the great minds behind these companies that they were making forth. You know what I'm saying?
If you're saying something happened a long time ago before I was born, maybe. But I'm saying,
But listen,
like, for me.
But listen,
for me
and that's what I'm
personally,
saying. This is
I've
comparable
never seen that.
because Elon. This is what we're witnessing and seeing in this time.
But name like another person like that in our time. Like name another person.
Ford was that guy.
Like
the
me
car
and you,
manufacturer.
our life.
In
like
this
our
time?
life. Like name another person where you can go, this dude with this ridiculous ass fucking job that you wouldn't think had any personal pleasure over my mind actually makes me lean towards believing in him. It's not nobody even close. Think about Jeff Bezos.
I
You
would
don't give
say
a fuck.
I would say
Zuckerberg,
at
you don't
the
give a
time.
fuck.
At the time, you have people like Bill Gates. Were at the time like, yeah, we didn't see him, but that's another recent time where people
Bro,
believed in Bill
we
Gates
thought
and what
Bill
he was
Gates
making.
Was a fucking
yeah?
nerd, though, bro.
You know,
and everybody still does for some reason.
because this is
it's
cars
it's
and
not,
rockets.
It's not the
You know what I'm
cars.
saying?
It's not. That's
You know
what I'm
what I'm
saying.
saying?
It's not. But what do they have in common, Steve? Elon. There's a lot of rockets. There's a lot of cars. There's something about Elon.
There's something that separates what they're doing, though. That's what I'm saying.
He may be an alien, bro.
He
really may be a fucking alien. It
That's
doesn't make sense, bro. Elon is the common factor in everything. No one gives a fuck about Virgin Mobile's fucking rockets. No one gives a fuck about Amazon's rockets because they're fucking boring, bald-headed people that are out of the spotlight.
Never said that. You asked for someone else like that in a recent timeline. I'm thinking, like I said, Bill Gates at that timeline with the computers and shit was fucking crazy. People believe that shit.
Fuck about Bill.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But that's you. I'm saying of these times, that's what these people are. But at that time, people gave a fuck about Bill.
People.
You know that's what I'm saying. People gave a fuck about Bill Gates. But everyone knew Bill Gates' name. Everyone knew Steve Jobs. So everyone loves Steve Jobs. Everyone loves and praise Steve Jobs.
But right there, that's the whole argument.
Recently, that's what people that came to mind recently.
But what I'm saying is that's the whole argument, right? But we can kind of clump that time together when they were producing right there. You see how there's like a Bill Gates and there's a Steve Jobs. It's like I can't find it. I can't find it with Elon. I've never seen someone in that type of odd job where like you kind of like idolize and you know nothing about. You really don't even know if they're a good person or nothing like that. It's just something about it. That just draws you to liking Elon.
Right.
And there's nothing that he's really done for you or anything for anyone, that we know.
Right. I know.
But for some reason, like you just feel this way. You don't feel that way about anyone else, bro. I don't feel that way about fucking Tony Hawk, dude.
Yeah, but
I feel that way about him.
But that's being you. We're weird people. You know what I'm saying? This is not the standard.
People are buying these things out the fucking yang.
People like Teslas. It doesn't necessarily mean they like Elon. You know what I'm saying? But Elon's performing. But Elon's doing what he's doing because people do like Elon. But it's not like But you don't go to the next guy like me and you and be like, do you like Elon? People like, I don't know. Elon. I don't know. I mean, what? Elon? Like, what do you mean? Like,
you think people got Teslas and don't know Elon?
People got Teslas and know Elon, of course. But people who don't have Teslas don't think about Elon like me and you do. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
not every people. That's what I'm saying.
Everyone talks about Teslas.
Oh my fucking god, bro!
Everyone talking about Teslas,
but I have fucking Elon. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You'll go to somebody that probably won't know they'll know what Teslas, but they probably won't know what the fuck Elon is. Maybe not.
To me, it goes hand in hand hardcore. I feel like more people might know Elon. I swear, for all the shit he's doing. Oh, that's the guy that wanted to drill the hole. Oh, that's the guy who was talking about augmented reality. Oh, that's the guy that was shooting rockets. Oh, that's the guy that built the cars.
Everyone gives a fuck about that. That's what I'm saying.
Everything.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Not a lot of
like,
people give a fuck about that or Elon. You know
I
what
feel
I'm
like more
saying?
people give a fuck about
You know what I'm
Elon,
saying?
bro. I think you're sleeping
You know
on
what I'm
Elon's
saying, man?
popularity right now
You
in
know?
this world.
I think he's very popular.
Elon could be president.
But I think a lot of people don't give a fuck about Elon.
Elon versus anyone for president, Steve. Who wins?
I don't know. Maybe Elon. Yeah.
It's fucking Elon,
You know?
Steve. It's Elon.
and you still might get beat by Trump. Like, come on, you know
Trump
what I'm saying?
asked Elon to
You
be
know what
in
I'm
there.
saying?
He asked Elon
You know
to
what
be
I'm
a part
saying?
of him,
You know what I'm saying? I
a
think-
part of his sector.
That's what I'm saying. People like I would like to think Elon would win, but he probably wouldn't win, to be honest. You know what I'm
Elon
saying?
turned down
He
Trump.
probably would not fucking win.
Never forget it.
You know? That's all I'm saying. You know?
Something about Elon, bro. That's all I'm saying. Something weird. Some
Uh,
type of weird mental attraction to like
that guy.
to a dude that I never met. And I think it's alien, bro. Once he said it,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Even you think it's weird. That's what I'm saying. Like, people don't normally feel like that about Elon. You know?
I think
Everyday people just don't feel like that about Elon.
a lot of people do. I think
I
people-
really
I
like
think-
Elon.
I think
you
a lot
know?
of people with Teslas feel like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean Teslas. I mean, because they have Teslas.
Right.
You know what
Elon,
I'm
that's
saying?
why he bought a Tesla.
You know what
Because
I'm
Elon.
I mean, maybe because of Elon, we'd have to ask him. I wouldn't say it'd be 100%.
Not
I think some
100.
people. I think some people would be like, you know. I mean, maybe 75.
I think a lot. What my whole argument was exactly what you said.
Yeah.
Though. You already said it though.
What?
It's the same exact thing. I feel like they would all say. He's already proved it. I trust Elon.
Yeah, but that's
Right?
what I'm saying.
Like, that's the
my
thing.
ultimate thing is that not everyday people think about Elon the way we think about Elon.
No one trusts the next Mustang to be the best car. But everyone trusts
Say-
the next.
Say that to the new Mustang collector. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know?
You're gonna have like
You want to?
Camaro's the way to go, bro. Oh nah, bro, my PT. Oh nah, dude. Nah, dude, my Cobra. Oh,
man.
bro, none of that good shit on my Blazer, bro. It's just like nah. Let's talk electric cars. Who we talking? One fucking guy. Here
And
to
we're
fucking
but we're
dominate.
just seeing the beginning.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We're just seeing the beginning.
That's right. He also shoots rockets.
Who else was making cars
yeah,
when
that's
Ford
right.
was doing it?
He's also
Ford was
solving-
the first.
He also wants to
In
solve
time,
traffic.
there's that one, but there will be more to come.
What did Ford
There'll
do
be more to
besides
come.
cars, Steve?
There'll be more to come. They made cars. I mean, they made cars.
He established an industrial line. That's what it is. He established an
Oh,
assembly
yeah, so
line, right?
yeah.
That's it, right?
Yeah. Cars in the assembly line.
Start naming them off for Elon. Start naming
Cars
them off.
are electric cars and rockets.
Cars, rockets. He got the contract in LA now, Steve. He's officially digging tunnels. He's digging tunnels. The Boring Company. He's gonna do
Yeah,
underground.
but what's that
That's
about? Is
three
that like a
things.
first or
That's
what? Like, you know what I'm
three-
saying?
Yes,
that
it is a first.
For what?
To be
Private company digging holes?
digging tunnels to have you shot at over 100 miles an hour. To
Oh,
be able
fast
to,
train tunnels?
yes.
You mean the ones that countries already have?
Dog.
I mean, like, come on. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Are you serious?
You know what
right
I'm saying?
now?
Like,
Are you naive
like,
to
he's
the
doing
Boring
cool
Company?
shit.
Do you not know what
He's
it
doing cool
is?
shit.
Do you not know what it is?
I was gonna
It'll
say,
be
he's
a
doing cool shit.
personal shooting, Futurama style, bro. We're talking about you hopping in a two-seater and being shot at 160 miles an hour underground to a certain location.
Is that available to anything?
That's
That's an idea you're running with. That's an idea he's playing
They're-
with. Is it possible
He got
We'll see.
He got a contract from a state to do it, didn't he?
to transport people like that?
He got a contract from a state to do it.
I'll have to look into that because I don't know about
You
that.
can send some
I don't
video
know
right
about
now.
that.
There's a test model he got with the damn news anchor. The news anchor comes and interviews him. He takes her on a ride on it. He's working
We'll
on
see.
that.
We'll see.
And listen, I love that.
We'll
And
see.
my favorite
We'll
part
see.
is how you just go cars, rockets, what else? Like I had to describe something else
That's what-
besides
That's what I'm saying.
rockets.
I never argued anything about him being a great
let's just
mind.
keep going.
He's a great person.
Let's just keep
But he's not.
going.
There'll be more to come.
Oh,
And what I'm saying is,
you've
you
never
might not
seen
be a great
nothing
mind
like
to be
that.
looking at it.
You've never
Yeah.
seen nothing like
Yeah,
that.
that's what I'm
Leave
saying.
it
But
at
at the time, no one
Leave
knew
it
what
at
a
that.
fucking car was.
You've never seen
No one
nothing
knew
like
what
that.
a fucking car was.
You've
You know what
never
I'm
seen
saying?
nothing like
That's what I'm
that.
saying.
Say it, Steve.
Oh, 100%. I've never seen anything like it.
That's it.
But, I was saying,
That's it.
people said this before. And we're going to see crazy shit from that. And all I'm saying, another Elon working from a different angle would be great for it.
Steve,
That's all I ever said to begin with.
See, why is he winning on so many levels, so many different directions? How can he be the #1 electric car guy, the #1 space guy, and also be digging tunnels to be solving traffic? How is he
And that's
the
awesome.
top
But
at
the-
all of this?
I never argued anything against
What I'm
that.
saying is it doesn't make sense. I'm
But
trying
there'll be more to
explain myself.
come. There'll be more minds to come.
Not on
There'll
this
be more
level,
minds to
Steve.
come, bro.
Not on this level,
Oh, bro, that's fucking ridiculous to
Listen,
say, bro.
this-
There'll be many more minds to even surpass that.
It's going to be.
You know what I'm
listen,
saying?
I
That's
think
what someone said when Ford built fucking cars. That's what
you
someone said
keep
when
comparing
Einstein
him to
was
Ford,
out.
and it's
That
not
was
even
that's what
close.
someone fucking
You
said.
keep comparing him
When
to Ford, and
someone
it's
did
not.
heart
You
surgery.
keep comparing him to
There'll
Ford,
be
bro.
crazier shit
And
to come.
it's not even close.
There'll be crazier shit to come.
You're talking about a guy that learned how to land rockets, and you're talking about a guy that created the assembly line. It's not a fucking comparison, so I'd stop using it. It's not a comparison at all, okay? Ford's
fucking time. It's fucking
10%
amazing. And then to make the combustion engine and perfect it into a commercial vehicle, awesome. That's fucking crazy for its fucking time. And why didn't someone do it? Why didn't someone else do it?
Steve,
you know what I'm
for
saying?
100 years, we've been trying to learn how to land a rocket. Elon did it in like 5 years, bro.
Because we've already fucking did it.
We've never landed a rocket.
Steve. Well, we landed the rocket?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's been one of the biggest things ever in NASA's history. It was like one of the top things they've ever tried to figure out.
And he was going to do it, but there'll be,
that's
what I'm saying, there'll be crazier. There'll be crazier minds to come. There'll be crazier minds to come, bro.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Right? It's going to happen, obviously. I mean, there are going to be billions of more people, of course, Steve. What I'm saying is you don't have anything that's even close to what Elon's
I was never trying to find anything close.
You were trying to compare him to Ford, and it's not even close.
You said name another crazy mind. At that time, that was a crazy fucking mind.
To that point,
that was a crazy fucking mind.
Elon,
do you understand
is
creating a combustion engine when nothing else exists?
Steve, the steam
and
engine,
making
the
that
engine already existed,
and
right?
making that,
like
but this is a gas combustion engine.
Okay, but
and then putting that into a car. Steve. And then making the assembly line. Do you understand how crazy assembly lines are?
Steven, brother.
How complicated, complex they are? For that time, it was crazy. You got to look at it in the reference and the perspective at the time of which it was made.
I just want the space dog.
You know
and I landed that same rocket.
Literally made some of the first fucking home commercial computers. That's what I'm saying. Like he fucking bounds in computer technology. There's no quantum computing without Bill Gates.
I just want the space, dog. I just want the space, and I land it. I land the rocket.
And it's just the beginning.
Circle, bro.
And it's just the beginning. This just started happening. This is within the past 10 years that this fucking happened. There's gonna be so much more crazy shit to come.
You keep saying all that,
and you have
and
another
no one's
mind.
saying anything about that.
And you have another mind. And no one's saying anything against Elon.
You keep like bringing up all this though, but my original argument, my entire argument is you've never seen nothing like Elon. You want to try and compare him to a person that's dead that we didn't get to see? You can do that. I'm saying we've never seen anything like Elon. And the people that you are naming dominated on one front. This guy is dominating on multiple fronts. I'm not trying to make an argument with you. I'm not trying to have a debate about nothing. I'm saying it's insane. There's no debate to it. It's a personal thing to me.
You know?
There's nothing there.
Because like what you asked me to do from the beginning was like name another guy like that. I was like, well, maybe fucking Bill Gates.
For me, it's rhetorical. I thought you were going to say rhetorical question. You know?
Give a real answer. Like, when was something like that around?
That was to me. That was a rhetorical question. I thought you were going to say no one. Because to me, there's no one that's dominated on so many fronts in my lifetime that I've ever seen. So when you say, like, is there going to be another mind that comes? Of course. But what I'm saying, something there is super rare. For this guy to be dominating on these multiple fronts like that, breaking
100%.
barriers every single day, to be the leading electrical car output, the leading space engine, space company,
100%.
Soon to be probably the leading, traffic company, however that would go along. Like you said, because you believe that he's going to do it because he hasn't proved otherwise.
Yeah.
And we have never seen nothing like that. Like you could say Bill Gates, like with Microsoft, one thing. Like you could say Ford, like, okay, combustion engine, assembly line. Like to me, it's like what's going on with him is like on some next level shit. And I'm not trying to make it an argument. I'm saying like to me, it's just so crazy. Like, how is he doing that, bro?
Yeah, and I get that. And I never once argued against that. But I mean, there have been great minds. This capacity, probably not. You know what I'm saying? Will there be more that surpass his capacity? Yes, there will be.
We've ever seen, Steve.
So far.
He's going to be in discussion.
So far.
No, see, now I wouldn't go that far. Because I think you still have to make the argument for Da Vinci, right? Because that's a man that's creating things he hadn't seen, right? Like, when you're thinking about, when I think about a guy like that, like, of course, there was someone smarter than Da Vinci. I'm just going off of an example that I have, obviously. But like the things that he was able to create,
like I said, we've seen it. Like no one's seen Da Vinci. When was Da Vinci around? Like 500 years ago or so. So I'm saying, like I think it's too old to really come in, to talk about landing rockets. You know what I'm saying? Like this is where I'm flipping the argument against you.
And a lot of his knowledge is also from him doing shit though. Like his knowledge of anatomy and shit like that. Like he cut open someone. So, like, yeah, you learn it from there when you cut open someone.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, like, I don't think it's crazy for someone to have, like,
you don't practice with
abstract ideas like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I mean, like, it's crazy for its time.
Who else is up there?
as far as like brilliant inventors and
yeah,
stuff,
like,
I mean, like
Edison, original Tesla, Nikola Tesla, bro.
I mean, because like
Up there,
but I mean, like
bro.
we're also getting to like different
I
points. 'Cause I
know,
mean, like I would say
it's
like
hard.
Galileo, because I mean, like even like
Right,
Plato,
right.
even Plato, who was like a philosopher,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, who was really just like, huh. You know, it was
I
like
feel
a
like there's just
philosopher,
like
you know what I'm saying? What's serious, you know?
he is
So-
that of this time. But he had like this is his capabilities because this is the time he's alive.
Yeah, 100%.
So like he's able to go, rocket direction or whatever else it may be.
Okay, I'm just being live.
That was great. That was
live
great.
on time. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was
Well,
cool.
listen, Nikola Tesla, shout out to you. One of the greatest minds ever. I just made an
Elon.
argument for Elon forever.
Elon Musk. There's never arguing against Elon. But I love you, Elon.
Fuck this guy.
Love you, Elon.
You keep dominating all four fronts of the world.
I don't know why I never said anything against that, but whatever.
Steven Baker said he hates Elon.
I just said it. You see here live. Love you, Elon.